All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube platform. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, make sure to consider liking, sharing, and definitely subscribing to the platform. If you're a member of the channel, bless up to you lot. And how to become a member, please do click the join button. YouTube will help you along the line. So we have a lot of topics. I know it's a little bit early for a lot of you guys, but this is the time that I do have. You guys know my thing. It's just when I have the time, I will try to fit it in, but you guys will guaranteed get the show that you're looking out for. All right. Yes. So good morning, all you lovely people. Jamaica won 3-2 in the Battle of the Caribbeans. So what we're gonna be having, we are gonna have post-match breakdown. We're gonna have coach selling King, but indirectly vindicated JD. So I think some of the people that has always fought with me maybe could look at it from a different side. And then we have player rating, and then I will open the platform. So for the people that has problems, they could call in directly and get a chance to speak. I would prefer it to be direct viewers and viewers only. All right, because from that day I think I'm on a tier of getting my channel back to where I truly want it to be, because I was always for the people and the people only. All right, yes. So let me start by blessing up the people, guys. All right, because I have a lot of positives to start this one out, because I saw a lot of good things happening, and I want to make sure we put light on those first. So we have our brother Lamar Williams says no audio. Yes, there wasn't any audio because my system here was getting sorted out. Sometimes everything work automatic, so it takes a while to chip in. All right, then we have CFC said JD, the audio want to be sorted out. I think the audio is perfect, all right, it is perfect at this point, but I understand a few seconds. Thanks very much. Melshire Walker, how you doing, man? Good morning. And then we have MPW94, big up yourself, thanks for being here. That best car, it's a long time I've not seen that best car in the chat, so I guess the wins brought out a lot of Jamaicans. All right, then we have Ush Puppy in the building. Big up yourself, Daddy Dean, big up yourself, massive respect. Sylvester Whittingham, how are you doing? Hope all is well with you and the family. All right, massive respect. Lamar, then we have Stets in the building. Lee, Grand Rising, Detonation, our brother. Hope the kid okay, and the kid is growing very fast. Damien Dash, active, massive respect. Owen said good morning, it was very entertaining game. Yes, man. The first thing, people clipped me and said I can't go back on my word. I said Jamaica is the new Barcelona, but let me start it right here, people. I was just in the moment and I saw some good passing, so please don't use that against me. I am a very good asset to analytics, so please don't do that to me. All right, you never had to clip me. At the one time I never told you guys to clip me, you guys clipped me and sent it to me. But when I told you guys to clip me when I'm making my bold predictions, you don't clip me and send it to me because you know I'm going to be right. And that is the problem. So you guys are trolls. So for all the trolls that clipped me and talked about me saying Jamaica is Barcelona, you're just trolls, all right? You're just trolls, and it's okay, because last night I did enjoy myself, so it's okay. Maybe they need more time games on that time zone, because I was really fired up for the game, Yeah, but I've realized that Jamaica has too much trolls, They said that I can't go back on my word. Jamaica is the new Barcelona. They are walking out telling people that now, and they're going to tell people that it's JD said that. So I don't know if it's just to bring down my overall stature, but oh my God, they're doing me bad. All right, Alex, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. I'm not trying to throw shades at Richard King, but that performance he put. Okay, but let me take it down. We're going. Let me just. I'm setting the stage because I'm talking about myself. I'm just talking about what the people did to me. I have to inform, because Nosaj said I'm an informer, so I have to inform the people to tell people that they don't like when I do good things, because I was happy yesterday and they made sure to clip me. So I guess they don't want to see me happy anymore. So guys, you like the video that I put out yesterday? I thought it was organic. I was honest. I like the passing at a particular point of the game, and I said Jamaica looked like Barcelona, and ironic, midfielders are playing like midfielders. So maybe Jamaica needs to actually pick midfielders to play their midfield. All right, JD was right about Dixon. I can see the inexperience. Okay, hold on. I had to make sure we put that out. So I've informed enough. I've informed enough. All right. Yes, I've informed enough. So let me get into what the facts are. All right. Yeah, the first half was good. All right. So let me inform a little bit more on what the facts are. So Jamaica, hold on. Hold on, people. I am in the wrong system here. Sorry about that. That was my YouTube. Let me get it right here. All right, so hold on, people. Let me get this thing sorted out. Don't know why that's giving a problem with the display. All right, so don't know why I keep getting everything else. So let me start right here. Ann Ramsey, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. All right. People, just temper your expectation. Don't look at my title. My title just said exactly what people said. All right, so the coach said a thing, and I put the title there, and also we put Burrell as well. So what I want to say, congratulations, Mr. Clyde, big up yourself, massive respect. Congratulations to Jamaica media. I honestly believe that. I don't know if it's the benefits from what took place and the highlight that Jamaica got, and more indirectly they would have gotten a big bunch of that highlights as well. But I want to say that Jamaica media is definitely putting up information from the other day. I saw them talk about Mason Greenwood in a good light, trying to sell the players to people. Well, Sportsmax, I want to give them more credit as well. Sportsmax went out and definitely put a piece on Mr. Burrell. Burrell was the player of the night. I think nobody was close to Burrell. For a player that just walked into a team, I thought that he was the clear breakthrough player. I've watched the game again. He was clearly the breakthrough player. And if you're going to say otherwise, you're just a liar. All right? You're just a liar. For reasons I don't know why. Because you can't be supporting Jamaica and can't talk the truth. All right? Yes, but Burrell was special. And the fact that I saw Sportsbox posting it, I think Jamaica is in a changing period. All right? Float management. King, hold on, we will get to the king and the coach conversation because I thought that I got vindicated as well. And that's why when I do speak, people don't know where my conversation coming from. So it's best to not make people put you up against anything and just listen to what I've said. All right? And wait for the explanation coming next. All right? Remember, I'm not just a YouTuber. I am way, way more than YouTube. All right? Yes. And I always remember that. Yeah. Yes, Burrell ready to shine for Reggae Boys in Unity Cup. All right. When Romar Burrell got the message, he had to read it twice. A call up to the Reggae Boys camp was not just a career milestone, but it was a culmination of a lifelong connection. Generations deep, a dream nurtured by talent, persistence, and identity. All right, now the 24-year-old attacker stands on the verge of his international debut for Jamaica, brimming with optimism as the boys gear up for the Unity Cup opener against Caribbean rival Trinidad and Tobago on Tuesday at 1:45, 7:45, and 8:45 p.m. in each locations. Jamaican time, which is Caribbean, which is Jamaican time. English time, UK time, and Belgian time, which is European time. All right, so I like the fact that they put a piece out on the player because now they are bringing more excitement to everybody. Before, in previous years, it always seems like we're forcing to sell a local hope. And it's a team, so it's based on people's performances would lead you to decide who should get that respect. And I love what Sportsmax is doing. So congratulations to Sportsmax and all the medias that are putting the players' names out there, so people getting more affinity towards the players, because that was one of the points that I pointed out for years. What was stopping Jamaica from getting getting the overall feel of where the direction that we need to go for success. So the fact that they are doing it, we have to identify it. We can't call out the problem and don't identify when people trying to get the solution come across. So big up to Sportsmax and anyone that puts them up to this. 1 second, guys. Yeah, sorry about that, people. My lady called me. Yeah. So, anyways, now we're gonna play the press conference from the coach, so we can discuss that. And once we go over the press conference, the post match, and the player rating, then I will open the phone line so people can call in. All right? Yes, and that will give a lot of people time to wake up. All right. So the press conference. Let me get the press conference going right here. Hold on. All right. So this is the press conference. It's on the JFF website, the JFF YouTube channel, so you can go there and watch it. Click a like on it, support them. All right? Yes. All right, 1 second. Let me try and get it right here. Why are they still showing me ads, man? Oh my God. The world and ads is special. We're getting to the meaty parts, people. Don't worry. I think the boys are conceding too many goals. Hold on, Lee. Hold on. 1 second, guys.
One in the Unity Cup. We're joined with the head coach of the Jamaica Senior Men's National Team, the Reggae Boyz, Coach Steve McLaren. Before we open the floor for questions, we're going to have a few opening remarks from Coach in reflection, and then we'll open the floor for questions. So, Coach, initial reaction, boys in London, and
Mr. Man, it looked great. It looked great. You needed to send me some pictures.
It was always going to be a difficult game for the full 90 minutes because one day's preparation was not ideal. People flying over, jet-lagged. Most of the players not playing for 3 weeks. And so they've done remarkably well to come away with a victory.
All right, so first thing he said, people, I hope you heard that well. It was a remarkable result. Getting the win in a period in which majority of the players them suffering jet lag, and some of the other players are coming off from break of 3 weeks. So so everyone has some problems of not being fit. So when I mentioned why the selection was going to be based a certain way and how it's going to turn out, it was solely based off jet lag and in lacking playing time. That's what I did. That's why we got the lineup so close. All right. So yesterday we had a person trying to be self-centered, which I think most of these individuals, especially people that have YouTube channels in the Jamaica space, they tend to want to always be self-centered. So Unseen came here. He just always want to be about himself. And for me, I'm on a path of me being selfless. I am trying to just give for the people. So I'm here for you guys. So I really don't want to have any conversation with most of these other people. That's why I said when I call in, I want my subscribers them to really have the conversation with me. Because I truly believe that you guys want to see Jamaica good. And I always believe that people have other underlying motives. You know, even if it's simple, they just don't have the motives as to what you guys have. So I feel better talking to you guys. I'm just an honest person, and where I am in my brain. So that's why I always wanted you guys to call in, because I think that you are authentic and you just want to see Jamaica being good, which that's all I want as well. You understand me? So that's why I just wanted to talk with you, and that's why I've converted some things from the other day, and I realized that it actually works out very well when I'm just focusing and people know what I'm saying. I can be in context and do my job. Everything is just rearranged on the channel. I thought that I tried to help situations, and it really brought my channel down. And I'm trying to give it back to you guys. All right? Yes. So that's what I'm doing. All right? So I agree with the coach 100% there. The selection was solely based off that. And I think them getting the win was was very good, but also we still had the advantage because based on the jet lag and all of those stuff, it definitely caught armed Trinidad more than it armed Jamaica, because we had way more players playing directly in England on the field. The only thing, they are not active as to how they would have actually be. You understand me? So at the end of the day, we still benefited of him going that direction. And to be honest, a lot of people could say that those were the best ballers them. All right? Yes. Big up everyone that's coming in. Massive respect. Please do it like button as soon as they come in. I don't know if we are. Let me try to get to 100 very fast, and then we go to 200. But JD, this is exactly 1 second. But JD, this is exactly what you have been saying, because most leagues not finished. Yes, but that was the reason why I said the coach said to as well that he never wanted this competition. No, but he would have preferred it with his best players. And I agreed. I think that this competition never really mean much, and I don't think it is helpful towards Jamaica's actual setup. I still believe that if they had gone straight to the next game, it would have been okay just the same. All right. Yeah, I think this is just a shopping window, and I think now people can't question when I had told them that this was a shopping window more than anything else, and not necessarily a gear up period for the World Cup. And the president came out and told us that it's a shopping window. The president came out and told us that it's a shopping window, and people still want to eat me. But why? And said the president don't know what he's talking about. He's the president, and he told you. All right, so let me continue.
I'm delighted with the first half. I thought we were excellent.
Agreed as well.
A few more than
Good
just
morning,
what we
Gunther.
got. And then we got the second and relaxed a little bit. And then we thought we were just planning for penalties, and thank God we got a penalty, just for one.
All right, I agreed with him there. I think it was a game of two halves. First half, Jamaica was very good. Let me get everything here so I can break it down while talking with you guys. All right, I don't have any video, but I guess you guys know who started, and based on my explanation, you might can understand it a little bit more. All right, so Jamaica started with Davis, Oldgate, King, Bell, Lembe, Kisa. All right, Palmer, Aiden, Russell, Cephas, Dixon, and Burrell, which is exactly what we thought would have actually happened. All right, then we had Jones, Drack, Peters, Phillips at the back for Trinidad. Cardenas, Phillips, Powder, Raymond, and Molina, which you guys know a long time. Leacock and Gilbert. Molina, Cardenas is very good, extremely good player. One of the best players on the field yesterday as well. He was a problem all day. We heard that he's actually a player at a high level as well, young player at a high level. So that tells you. All right, Papi Mba said, let all the king. No, don't bother with it today. The propaganda can't come today. Not today. I think you should put propaganda upon ice. I think you should have done that before you commented. Anyways, because your coach, you're gonna kill the coach after the coach spoke on the matter. Or when I play the coach, what the coach said, because you're gonna give me my flowers. All right. JD, this is masked as a Gold Cup, World Cup preparation. Evidently, it wasn't. It was about selling JPL players. Yes, it is. It is. But they had told us, I think the JFF was honest, because they told us that it's a shopping window. But just people try to spin narratives. That's all. It was a 2-half game. In the first half, Trinidad was getting spaces. I think Jamaica played 20 minutes strong first half. The pressing was very good. The spaces were there all along. I think Dixon and Cephas and Burrell as well. They pressed okay. They pressed okay. To a point, maybe like 15 minutes, but they fade off rapid, and that was solely down to new climates and conditions and all of those stuff. All right. But they still showed very good signs here and there to push it to 30 minutes. Trinidad was getting in between. But Molina and Raymond, I thought that their first touches were poor. Decision making was poor and stuff. You understand me? That's why they never took advantage of Jamaica, because after the 20-30 minutes, they were opening Jamaica on the left-hand side over and over. They just never wanted to take the risk, and that was a big problem. And Curtin Boss, big up to him, because he had said he's not impressed with Jamaica team, love the midfield, but we are too open. And once the game continues, we are going to be even more open. And exactly what happened in the second half, Trinidad changes to a flat 4 that they can push their backline up more, and left individual things to Cephas to take on one-on-one player, and it really worked. For the first 15 minutes, it was all Trinidad, and we dropping off just to counter attacks. So I don't know if it was an instruction for the coach, but or Trinidad just figured out that they need to take more chances. But once they started to take those chances, Jamaica just looked like they never wanted to lose the game. And we had a player for the whole night. From the first 6 minutes of the game, the goalkeeper, Davis, he tried to take a ball. He tried to claim a ball, and the ball flipped off him and run straight out to the forward. Forward was never expected the ball to come to him. Why he never got the ball and tap it in the back of the net. Any faster forward or any alert forward, he would have just tapped the ball in the back of the net, and Davis would have given away a goal. I thought that Davis gave away 3 goals yesterday, but they never scored. So that's why nobody knows if you don't watch the game. But he was by far the worst player in the field. He saved us in the game, don't get me wrong, he still saved us in the game. But that is 3 big chances he gave away to 1 save. So that means it would have still be okay, you saved me 1 time and you gave away 3. That cannot be the way we go about things right here. You understand me? I can't give up 3 chances, big chances, and then save me once, and I pick it for my team. So I think Davis, it's not looking good for him, and maybe he might be replaced as to how he was replaced in Mount Pleasant's team. All right, so maybe you actually see the next Mount Pleasant keeper comes in. But yesterday, I don't know if it was the fright of the big stage and the bright lights got to him, because I saw him played, and he's a much better keeper than what I'm seeing. I don't know if it was a pitch. I don't know what was the problem, but goddamn, he was uncomfortable. And, when you know that he was uncomfortable, I don't know the attendance as yet. I'm going to get the numbers, but there's a lot of people came in after, especially the stands that was pinned to the camera. Yeah, it was a lot, man. A lot of people there. A lot of people showed up yesterday. And I think yesterday showcased that they should respect the diaspora. All right? Blessings, Neil Golson. Cephas over talent. Him just need to manage Papi, I don't know where you guys get. I think Jamaica has the most words. I think Jamaicans have the most words. I just honestly believe so. Just stop, Papi. Just stop, please. Just go back to sleep. I'm begging. Let's go back to sleep. Just stop. Just stop. I'm begging you. Let my stream strive. I'm begging you, please. I'm just speaking on each player. Just stop, Papi, and go back to sleep, or take the strongest rum in Jamaica, Ray and Nephew, or John Corbatti. I prefer John Corbatti. So you know you're not waking up back after drinking some. Please take it. I'm begging you. All right? So anyways, second half was... so first half... Dixon is a better controller, better passer, poor decision maker, but he's young. Than Cephas. Cephas is just flat out. I don't know what you're gonna get from him. I think when Cephas is like where Whisper was. Like when the coach said he just puts Whisper on the field and you don't know what to expect. That's what I expect from Cephas. That's why I said I would just put him as a forward and just let him don't do anything else than just try to run at the players them. All right? Just put him there, try run. But any other player that goes through football in education, he's going to always start over Cephas because it's going to help my team in general. But if I don't have anybody, I will put Cephas there. You get me? I will put Cephas there. I have no problem. But it has to be either final set of moments or I don't have anybody else. But it's not going to be, he's going to be my first choice. And I think the coach is figuring that out now. He's figuring that out now, that maybe he can be an impact player. That's exactly what I described him as, And I think people saw that now. The first in the first 15 minutes, he miscontrolled a ball, then tried to control a ball. It went through his foot completely. Then he tried to take on a player. The ball left and he ran past the player. And then he tried to drop his shoulder. And then the guy just gave him the way and just took the ball from him. So the first four actions, he couldn't even properly put it where... He couldn't pull off what he's trying, and it never even looked close. He did work himself in the game, and he did one good action after, before he won the penalty. All right, so be honest, if it wasn't for those two penalties, he would have gotten a 0. Like 0. People, believe me, if you were watching my stream yesterday, I was going to come and beat him. But because he won the 2 penalties, I said, okay, let me give him some grace. But he would have gotten 0. Please go back and watch the game, people. And because man beat me yesterday, how am I saying I'm going to start Kaim Dixon over him? Kaim Dixon is weaker, but if you put him centrally as a striker, he has good touches. So if I have Cephas or Kaim Dixon, I'm going to choose Kaim Dixon because he can control the ball, he can pass the damn ball. He's just weak, and that can be taught. It can be taught, people. You can go to the gym and get stronger. You go to the gym and get stronger. You can go to the gym and get stronger. All right. So I have respect for Kaim Dixon. His attitude, his effort, and he actually controls the ball. So I'm okay with that. Big up yourself, J. Ross, and big up the man just coming in. Yes. So that's my take. No, I never said Kaim Dixon was that good. He made a lot of errors, and even with the yellow card for King, he was the one that he had a 3-on-1, and he poorly gave it to Trinidad and set up King right there for the yellow card. That is true. That is true, but I still believe that he offers more in the overall context of the game, because he's dropping deeper, touching the ball, holding his head up and making passes. He's holding his head up and making passes. So he makes the game flow. He makes the games flow. You understand me? And that is just what education does. So, yes, but people, I was telling you that Dixon was weak. And you guys said I was bad-minded. And now you guys bully me now to say that we should not put Dixon in the team because he's weak. But I told you guys that he was weak to this level of football. But we never want to listen. You understand me? But I am saying if I have to pick out of the two. All right, so guys, if you have to pick out of Dixon or Cephas, who are you going with, people? Who are you going with, people? Based on last night's performance, or if you have to pick out of Cephas or Dixon, who are you going with? I say I'm going with Dixon. I said I'm going with Dixon because with the other situations I could have fixed. No, we only have one choice. Don't put none. Don't put none. We only have one choice. Who are we going with? I said Dixon because he can do more. If he can't pass the man, he can make a pass to link up a play. The kid did a lot of that yesterday. We have to look at football in its principle. Poppy, you go for Cephas because I already hear propaganda. Yes, if you have to pick one of them, we have to, in my honesty, we have to pick the little kid, people. You know? Cephas, I'm not making fast judgment because of last night's performance. Okay. All right. So they said Cephas is weak. Yeah, I mean, Dixon is weak, so they are going for Cephas. All right. So Dixon, please, just get some strength. Just go to Duckland already said Dixon. Him obviously at Dixon. Cephas, he must say, not pick Dixon. All right. It's okay. It's all right. But you got my point though. Marlon, big up yourself, everybody coming in. You got my point though, where I'm trying to come from. We have two players that's definitely weak in certain departments. So it's so clear. Both of them cannot be on the field in high-level games at the same time at this present moment because they are too weak in two departments. So I think it has to come down to picking one of them because two of them are too weak in some specific areas that they can just exploit. Me playing left wing, I would have a field day playing with Cephas on that same wing. Dixon should have scored 2, but Cephas should have scored 4. Cephas should have scored 4 goals. So you remember, Burrell passed the ball, give Cephas in the empty goal, and Cephas fell down before he. Look, Papi in, please. Go take the junker batty rum, because you never watched the football game. I've watched it twice and a half. Twice and a half, I've seen every action. Every action, I wrote it down. Cephas could have gotten 4 goals. 2 of them ain't clear, but 2 of them were clear goals. Why you dividing fan base? Duckland, if you don't like my channel, Duckland, you don't have to come back, my brother. All right? Because I'm talking football. If it never happened, I never had anything to talk about, my brother. Why you have to always try to oppose to me, Dan? Simple. Because if it never happened, I wouldn't talk about it. What kind of dividing fan base? I'm having a conversation. Should I shut my channel down and let you and your friend keep on the channel only? And then play politics and stay in the middle? That's all you want to hear? You just want to be a middleman? Come on, man. I'm doing an analysis and you can't just have a serious conversation. Brother, I'm talking football, it happened. Come on, man. The last penalty Cephas won wouldn't work. I'm tired of Duckland, man. I'm tired of them people. I'm tired of Duckland. Him just make up stories. When him can't say me 8 pan a man, him have to change him narrative to something else. So clearly you don't like me, so Duckland, why you keep on make me wake you up out of bed then? Why you keep on coming back, Duckland? I am not your last ex. I am not your last ex. Okay, so go to your friends them channel. So you can play all the middle and center and far left man. Alright, I'm not your last ex-boy. Alright, I'm tired there now. Alright, so people, let me continue. Alright, JD, why you try sell? Steel cocoa juice? That is why I have a drip. See, people, I never had to do him so bad, But I'm just trying to get through the game. All right? The attendance was 17,200. I love it, man. I love it. Love it, people. I love it. All right? So anyways, why do we like to start unnecessary problem? No, that is just Duckland. Every show, he wants to... Yes, Duckland is my last ex. At this point, that's how it's looking. They don't want to talk football. Cephas is still over dribbling, so skillish. All right. So, all right. Since they said we can't talk about the play. Jairus, I don't know what's going on, but you can't. Why me? We have to just tell him to leave me alone because him can't dispute that what I'm saying happened. You understand me? But him just want to just love me so much. So why am I love me so? I don't want no more love from you, Duckland. I'm tired. I've gotten enough. All right? Yes. To people. Let me continue. Big up everyone that's coming in. At Cephas' age, he only plays the game. He doesn't think the game at all. That's not good. That's what One Stop says. JD, stop fish up the channel. All right. So tell the difference. Tell the difference you see with the coach. The difference with it. Disagreeing with you does not mean the man don't like you. Great leaders are not afraid of criticism. Winston Williams, you notice I've never look at other people that disagree with me. You realize I've made sure to talk to him in particular. It has to be coming from somewhere that you don't know. All right? And you saw his follow-up. So, Williams, leave this with my last ex. All right? Let me deal with him. All right? Yes. He's going to leave me alone, because I put him up against is what you call it? What you call it again? I put him up against what he loves or what he doesn't love. So now he's going to stop troubling me. I needed to answer with Williams for him to relax himself and I can talk. All right? All right. So anyways, so the goalkeeper, let me write down I'm going to write down everything. Or should I finish the press conference? Should I finish the press conference or I do the player ID? Player ratings. Should I do player ratings first or finish the press conference? Which one? So I don't have to go back over their special players because they seem to have a lot of love for some of these players, So which one I should continue? People, let me know. Press conference or the player rating? Let me know. Player rating. All right. So let me just go through the player rating. So finish the conference. All right. Player rating. 2 says player rating. All right, so let me do the player rating like how two said the player rating. JD, what you think about King gelling with the squad? Our press conferences. All right, they said press conferences. Yo, the man. All right, so press conference. Let me finish the press conference. All right, Jero says press conference. All right, so we're going to do the press conference and then bring the player rating right after people. All right, so press conference and then the player rating right after. And then I'm going to open the platform for people to speak. All right?
Richard King smashed it away perfectly. I think it was important to win. It must have been for the neutral, I don't know, a great game because it was end to end. There was chances. It was great football as well. They're very technical, tactical. Trinidad, we knew that, but our boys did really well in terms of discipline, the game plan, and the transitions that we had and opportunities to score. I'd say we should have scored more than 3, but normally you're happy with 3. But there were 2 penalties, but I think the key thing is there was a lot of pressure on the players today. First time for a lot of them, all of them really. First time in the UK playing for Jamaica. For the UK players, their families, their kids, who've never seen Daddy playing in a Jamaica shirt. I've had the privilege of that. And I think they love that. I think the Jamaicans coming over have had a great experience already about what Europe is about, what international football is about. We're delighted. But I think the key thing is, like we said, the fans were fantastic. They were really, from the beginning when we stepped out on the field before the warm-up, during the warm-up, and during the game, even when went to 2-2, they were always behind the team. And I think the key was obviously winning this game, but was also in a performance to make the supporters proud, and with a smile when they leave the stadium. And that's what the players have done, achieved victory. Jamaicans looked proud as we went round, and they were all smiling. And that's what we like in Jamaica, I know that. So for a few days we can enjoy it, then get back to work. And a tough game on Saturday, whoever.
Thank you, Coach. We can now open the floor for questions. Yes, go ahead.
All right, so he just spoke people on what from both sides, or the locals them, and it was very tough on them because they are just coming into a new country and they're just being flooded with a lot of people, so they are seeing the other side, and all of them it's the first time. So if we have any problems on the field, that was down to them not being big up everyone that's coming in, them not being so used to what's going on. So for the goalkeeper, we were saying maybe it was just a big stage and it's the first time for him. That was the situation, So, and then for the guys, for the English guys, it's for their families, and it's the first time they're gonna see them in a Jamaica shirt, and they like the atmosphere and all them stuff there. Jerry said that's nonsense. Jerry's pretty much saying if you're a professional player, you should turn up everywhere. But you have to understand that that's what I was always saying, Jerry. Jamaica is just Jamaica. Jamaica, we don't really go much places like in football. We don't go much places, so the kids them barely come out of Jamaica, so they don't really know about international football, and that's what the coach was saying from before. So he has a point in Jaros, but I can understand what you're saying. At this age, at certain age, professional footballer should be professional football. That's what you're saying, Jaros, which is true. But based on where Jamaica is, like Jamaican players, it's hard for them. Yeah, Green was overseas and some of them was overseas, but them never. All right, you know what? I'm not picking up for the. If you don't say a foolishness, I'm not picking up for the coach. All right, you know, beat him if you don't want. All right, that's unique to everywhere, JD. No, it's not unique to everywhere. If you go to Croatia and pick some baller, them know when them come to England, them know what they're gonna be doing. All right. Jamaica is just far different atmosphere than England. So they are not going to know what they're doing, and the overall jet lag and everything is going to be against them. So that's why I had said in my show that I will show them some grace if some of them don't look good. You understand me? Because it's a new overall thing, and maybe people have breathing problem and they still want to perform for people. So that's why I always wanted to show them grace. But the people I'm saying that's not going to work, because we had the option to pick people that wouldn't have had this situation. But remember, we started this conversation that it is a selling window. They are trying to promote players to try get them better, Then we continue.
Congrats on the win. I just want to find out, do you have a preference for an opponent on Saturday? Would you want to face Ghana or Nigeria? Which one would you want to take on Saturday in the final?
I'm going to watch the game tomorrow, so after the game I'll tell you. It's really who we have to. It's different totally, isn't it? So I've not seen a lot of either team, apart from they've got good players, they've good squads.
Yeah, that is true.
So we'll just enjoy this recover.
I would love Nigeria, I would love Nigeria, but
on Saturday.
Which one you guys would have wanted? I would love Nigeria, but I think Nigeria might be stronger than Ghana this time.
And a good performance and create chances, and there was exciting football, and also from Trinidad. So I think for the neutral, even for the two supporters, Trinidad and Jamaica, it was a game of football and a good game of football.
Agreed.
All right, we can follow up with other questions. Please raise your hand, and then we can continue from there. All right, Gario, go ahead.
Hello, Coach. Gario once again, JFF Live. Overall, from preparation standpoint, did you think today's game will get your players in where you need to be for the second one coming out? You just mentioned you had one day to prep.
Yeah. You was there, it's been a difficult 2 days, and a lot of detail and information put into the players. We hope that our squad was 17 outfield players and 3 goalkeepers. So we're still 3 short, and I think that showed in terms of as the game went further on. We'll hope to get a couple who might come out to give us reinforcements for Saturday.
What? So we're still 3 players short, right? And reinforcement might still come out for such. What? So hold on there. We still can't put a team together. We're putting a team together inside a competition. Oh my God! This is not gonna get publicized here, but these are terrible management, man. Oh my God! So that's why we can't do well. Because we keep on always, like the coach, can't get everything on time. It's always difficult when we are dealing with a Jamaica team. And that's why we can't blame the coach so much, man. Because they have to always be chopping and changing. Oh my God, all right. He means he will get stronger players for the finals. It's a part of the script, JD. Okay, all right.
Warner Brown being one of them. And that would have been a nice asset for us. Yeah. So hopefully we'll recover, have a couple of days to prepare, be in better shape for a tough game on Saturday.
Yeah, and as far as being resilient, this is like
Demo, you never watched my channel the other day. My blame for Tapa was rescinded. All right. Yes. All right. East, Brown, and Busy are the strong replacements, them. The strong additions, them. Jay, anyway, watch and see who will include it in that 3.
This is like another third game this year alone where we finish it off.
Blame the High Commissioner.
Much towards the end of the game where
someone said blame the High Commissioner. Okay.
What does that say about the team's resilient and not being able to give up and play the full 90 minutes?
I think the key was the reaction after 2-2. I was a little bit stunned. Didn't see it coming. But the reaction from the team was excellent. It never panicked, never lost its focus, and carried on playing.
Yeah.
So I was really pleased in that respect. Showed maturity and belief. But as you say, I don't know what's that 4 and 5 in the last in stoppage time. And that's one of our mottos: is fight and don't give in.
Thanks, Coach.
Any other questions from the members of the media? Yes, go ahead.
Hi Steve,
Yes, I think top players coming in, not the players that generally that just
when you're watching the game tomorrow, what exactly are you going to be looking for? Is it going to be more a sense of getting an idea of their tactics or looking at the strongest players on the pitch?
A bit of both. I think it's, obviously formation. Saying that we expected Trinidad to play with a 3-5-2 and the surprises with a 4-3-3 and even a change second half. So we adapted really well, from what preparation we'd done. So it's just to get an idea of, obviously, the strengths of each team,
yes,
the formation, the strongest players, strengths and weaknesses. So just the usual opponent scouting. But the key thing is, it was important to win today because of the FIFA points as well.
Okay. So that is important because he said the FIFA points. So that means everybody on these listing have full documentations and it was sent in, because what happens, people, when a player is not doesn't have any papers, it wouldn't be classed as a overall friendly, FIFA friendly. It is just still a friendly. So that means these are FIFA friendlies at this point. So you will lose and gain points depending on the results, people. It's going to be less points than the normal official games, but still points percentage you're going to be losing if you do lose. Okay, that is good. I got that information. That is important.
Will be nice. Hopefully a couple more players coming in and another good performance. That was for me the key was, were we disciplined?
Yes, they are still friendlies. But once, during the weather, if you had listened to me, FIFA have a lot of FIFA recognize a lot of competitions. It doesn't necessarily have to be FIFA recognized competition. They just recognize that the competition is being held. You still have your rights to do whatever you want, depending on what you signed on. Say if you want to test your team and a player will get through in time and don't get through at the moment, some teams will still participate there. It depends on what you and the promoter discussed. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, all right? Yeah, man, just do your thing, my brother. You don't have to cause confusion when I already have the paper here with the facts on it. My God, man.
Did we have good shape? Were we front foot?
Thank you, Dima. Thank you. It's just genuine with that.
We've got speed, and we used it on transition a lot. And I'm personally just delighted for Burrell.
No, we can't capture them with the friendlies though. So you have different stipulations in it.
Scoring goals, bit of an unknown. He's come here, he's been quiet. It must have been a huge game for him and his family. I know they're all here. And we'll debut to score. And that's...
Just focus on yourself, Jenny Weather, and the people in, alright? Yeah. That would be nice for him.
Always. When a cross comes in, when there's bouncing around, he's always in the 6-yard box. And that's a real strength of it, number 9.
Alright, so he's giving his praise to Burrell, saying that he loves what he does. He took his opportunity. He was an unknown. He was not so much unknown, to be honest. He had gotten goals and stuff. We weren't talking about him because we never knew about his paperwork and all that stuff. But once you get him on our radar, yes, it's easy to get his information in. And we had said that we are going to be surprised. And I think Jamaicans will love this kid once they do see him play, because he's big, fast, and strong. And he proven it yesterday, because I thought that one of the goals that he scored was a legitimate goal. He was just more stronger than the Trinidad player, hence why they gave it as a foul, because he had his advantage. He just planted his leg and the guy bounced off. It was not a foul. He never contacted him that way. All right, hold on. We're gonna get to the part. Yeah.
Hi Steve, open the floor from the Guardian Observer. I just wanted to check with you in terms of the support today. Did it feel like a home game? It was really loud.
Yeah, it definitely was a home game.
Did you feel like you were playing in front of your fans at home?
Yeah, absolutely. They're always vocal, home or now away. And it was just, that's why we're here. And I said that from the first press conference, why we're here. We're here for experience for the Jamaica players playing UK. The UK players to play in front of family and friends and kids wearing a Jamaica shirt. But most important for
24.
2.5 million people in this
You
country.
didn't even talk about the players.
half a
Player
million
because you
living
didn't
in
know
London.
him.
Yeah, and it felt like, we had them all in here, the noise they made, and when
Of
you're
course,
in
money is
Jamaica,
involved, Richard
it's a
Green.
lot
What
of
kind of
noise.
question to ask that is?
Any further questions? Yes, go ahead.
Steve, you said that you plugged Burrell from nowhere. Could you just elaborate where you found him, when you saw him, and how you came to draft him into your squad?
Yeah, in fact,
And Dockland, you're the person inside the press conference asked the same question. That's why I had said that. He was in the league. We don't know of him being a Jamaican and ready on our list. That was the thing. So the person asked the question, what do you mean by you just pluck him out of the year? He was a player that's winning the monthly awards. Dockland, but you would know that because you were watching the leagues and I was watching the leagues for other players for Jamaica. So I know of the player, but don't know of the player connection to Jamaica. Listen good. Whatever I don't even know who you are at this point because it look like your vision start cloud because you look like you like somebody,
about halfway through the season, and we've got good people on the ground, and we're always searching. Recruitment is so important for us, and definitely since Mikel Antonio got injured, we've been looking for a number 9, and
people on the ground.
we had Warner Brown, who had a great game against St. Vincent and scored goals. We didn't have him because of visa problems. Hopefully they're solved and he can come over.
So Warner Brown has
so
visa
overnight,
problems. That's what the court said.
We've watched him, and I know Gary Boyer very well. So I had a chat with Gary as well. And the key thing why we brought him in is because he's a worker. He's a runner. And he runs in behind. And he's always a threat. And the key thing is he's always in the middle of the goal. What he has to do is obviously the ratio of chances that he gets, he needs to score. But if he's composed and he learns, that will come. So I'm delighted for him and gave exactly what we expected.
So you were just tipped off about him, like go and see this guy, he's playing really well for this club.
Yeah, that's right. We've got a lot of people on the ground. A lot of names have been mentioned, and we just saw him, watched him a lot on Y-Scout, followed him from half the season on, and he kept scoring
Half a season?
goals. But as I said,
Okay.
in this team.
Bless up Siobhan, hope everything is alright in the family. Oh, he said he was scouting the player for half a season now. That doesn't mean that it's not Devon and Marlon found the player. Maybe that was that's where maybe it was paperwork or whatever. We don't know. I think people will explain that in the future. So Dockland, stop fighting against people. Dockland, you're just bad-minded, Dockland. At this point, you're just bad-minded. You just want to say things. You need to drink some of the Junker Batty rum as well and take away yourself.
We got to run.
But for the sensitive ones, I'm joking, all right?
I think what we sometimes do and in football is look at the instant and don't look at the late developers. And we've looked at quite a few of them late developers playing in the Championship, First Division, Second Division even. Not so much the Premier League because we know the quality. But
Very important.
it's up to him. And what you get tested. So he's coming to Burton, he's been thrown in there, and he's in a great season and scored 11 goals, I think. And now he's made his debut here, so that has put him in a higher profile. Now can he step up? And what players tend to do, it's like Richard King, who's got a lot of attention in Europe, in the UK.
Yeah.
And I've been saying,
Blessings, Father Bling. Blessings, everyone coming in. Please do it, like, share, and subscribe.
Whatever level he he's put in. At the moment, he needs to get off the island and he needs to play in a better competition. But I think, and I've included in the last 2 games, he was excellent against the US when he came on. So and I've told every scout in England that they need to take Richard King, because he might not be now, but he will be, because that boy's got everything. He's got everything, and he plays to the level that he's in. So if he jumps up and plays in the UK and more intensity, First Division Championship, in time he will adapt to that. So Richard King, he needs time, but I would, if I was at the football club, I would take him, because I think he can be a real asset in terms of.
Who are buy?
He's quick.
Who are buy? People want to hear that. Well, so can I get a vindication? They said that I was telling lies and I was doing this and I was doing that. Okay, so anyways, who are buy? Who are sell? But the coach said some good things right there, which is good. We're going to break it down. So first he said, Richard King, he tried to include him in a lot of things. He thinks that he's a good talent. He's not on a big level, but he has the talent, so you can put him anywhere, and I think he can adapt to that level. So if you can put him in the championship, he might adapt to it. And I'm not saying he's ready, but you could put him in a League One team need to come, that need to come. You hear what he said now. So who do you tell me saying him ready for the Premier League when the man that's selling him, that's the first thing, the man that's selling him saying that even if it's a League One team, you need to take a chance on him. All right. You understand me? So I am loving that he be honest. He just says, listen to me. The player have good talent. Maybe you don't see him. I've told every scout. So he's trying to sell the player. He's trying to put the players in different position. So what that says now, you think that should be the coach's job? Let me know. All right. So let me open the line. Because it's a big Richard King action. So I want to hear people's take. I'm gonna put a number here. So people can call in. After we are gonna do Burrell and show you Burrell's actual history. But because we know that this is the at one, JD, the next Papa. Hold on. Let me put the number in. The 32466. 46 24 71. All right. Yes. So that's going to be the pin number. And you just call in. All right. Yeah. Because this is just the Richard King at sweepstake. All right. You think that it's right for a coach to be selling players? Let me know. All right. You think it is right for him to be selling the player? Let me know. All right. Or you think it's he's just helping King out, JD, because a full time he leaves the island. Oh my God, you're a twist story here already. All right, all right. So yeah, but it still means that what we had told you, that what the president said was accurate, because the president said this is purposely happening because we want the opportunity for locals to be seen. And we told that it's not so much preparation because most of these players won't be in the final team. And last night, look at this lineup, people. Look at the lineup comparative to the overall team. All right, look at the team. Daniel Green, Tafari Chambers, Kyle Ming, Stephen Young, Sule Makala, Romario Williams, I don't know how he's on it, but I don't think he was there. And Warner Brown, Busy. Most of those players, you wouldn't pick them in the national team. So it tells us that and it's not just what you could have gotten. You have other players that had papers and everything. That's what they wanted to do. This was by design. That's what they wanted to do, period. And that's what I was telling people, because they told us in our faces, but we never believed. So the coach was telling you, and the coach went on to say that the JFF is hard to deal with. So maybe he keeps on telling you that this was not his first initiative, but he just turns it into this. Okay. Imaxit King is signed to a agency in England. I know about that. But they can't sell you if other people not putting in word for you. So the coach doing that, I think it's a good thing. I like it. I think it's a good thing. I would not say sell a player, but if I was a coach and I saw a young talent somewhere, JD, I would push him. But the man tell us that he might tell people to buy the player. So what you mean is not sell a player? The man, which other word the coach need to use? Which other word the coach need to use for you to understand what him just... The man literally said him. I tell everybody to buy and take a chance on this player. Him. I tell you that. So I don't know what... Hold on, Mr. Dre. Mr. Dre, you know hear what the man say? So, Mr. Dre, please tell me if you don't understand what him does. Him never put no word. And Mr. Dre, I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it because I want the best players for Jamaica. And I do believe that if a player go in a better league, he's going to be a better player. I believe that. I pride myself on education. So more education will be accessible in better leagues. So I am okay with that. But I'm just saying that's what the coach said in plain word. So why we have to twist him word? The man don't want it to be any other way. Him tell it the way. All right, let me get Dre anyway on the phone. I hope it's about the game and himself, you know? Yes. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Imaxit platform that the people is trying to listen to the caller.
Good afternoon. Where you there, but right now, bright and early morning, 8 o'clock in the morning.
8 o'clock in the morning.
Just wash my face and brush my teeth and drink some cup of coffee and sit down and take in the show.
Okay.
Pick up everybody in the chat.
And you want to fight with me? You say they can't wait until this open. So why is it you have 300 people in the chat? Why you can't just talk to the 300 people and leave me out of your business?
Nothing about fighting with you, brother. I just want to on the show for voice my opinion.
Okay. So why you called in the hot party period? Why you never call when I finished everything? Eh?
That's why I didn't say the discard. That's why I say work for the discard so that we can chime in on various.
Oh, so you want to? Are you a run my show? Are you a run my show because I started and told my show is for the people and not other YouTubers? I purposely said that But you know,
I'm a person, I'm a person.
I know you're a human being. I know you're a human being, but I Jane Weather. The show is for the people. All right, me no need to war with you, Jane Weather. The show is for the people, like normal, average subscribers, not you, Jay Weather. So I said this is just a program for the people. And they come here, people saw me and him talk always. Him always him just feel like him have shares in my things them. You know? That's what him believe. Alright, so anyways, it's not my things and January, it's for the people. So this was for the people streams. No, the people are not YouTubers. No. YouTubers are not people. They are superstars. And I never expected. But January is a little bit different. I wanted to show him some grace, but he want to cause a problem. So gonna let him speak. You know, go ahead, Jane, how you doing? Hope all is well with you aside from your tea, coffee, bread, and whatever you're doing in the morning.
Not all YouTubers are superstars, so let's make that clear.
Well, I'm sure you are a superstar. All right, not all YouTubers are superstar. I'm not this people. I thought you're all superstar. Jay Anyweather claim that everybody is not superstar. Him says so, not me. So him want to take the claim that he is the superstar. So go ahead, Jay Anyweather.
It's like celebrities. All celebrities are superstar, or you have A-list celebrities, and you have C-list celebrities. You know, you have the lifetime celebrities, and you have the Hollywood celebrities. So there's levels to it. All right, people. All right, people, it's all you, man. So don't click me and meet me later.
Oh my God.
Yo, sir. Richard King, yeah, man. The coach does repeat what many Jamaicans already thought and say on the YouTube space here about Richard King years ago, and he's still playing in the Jamaica Premier League. So, you know, the people them have common sense, them know football, and them know talent. majority of people them know talent.
Mm-hmm.
And the people them see that Richard King is a talent that needs to be playing overseas long and keep on a staying at the JPL. There are certain habits that you're not inherit, but you grow with, and then you pick up those habits that make it more difficult when you get older and trying to change those habits. You have to change them from early on. So the sooner you're overseas in a different system, a different setup, and you have the professional attitude on and off the field and all these stuff, you know. So we want to get him off the island as soon as possible. And it's been years now over the YouTube space and the fan base on YouTube and everywhere been saying that Richard King needs to leave the island and be a part of a bigger club, more professional setup and a more professional league, because we all said the talent will possess.
All right. So
now,
my
coach,
okay, because I wanted to push back on that. I just want to ask a question, but continue.
Yeah, go ahead. What else?
No, my question to you is do you think that it's taking up too much pressure on the coach? That's why he might be saying he's learning JFF ways and he can't get a focus on other things. So when we are complaining that he's not at other people's games, he's busy trying to sell particular players, and those players are not the first main star players in the team. So you think that it's taking away from his interest of doing his actual rightful job. Remember, I agree that it's a good thing he's doing, you know. I agree with you as well. But you don't think that it's taking away from his actual job?
No, you know, if I have a player in my team, all right, so for instance, I have two A-class players, right? And I have a third level player that I see the potential of being at that level. So I would want to do as much as I can to improve that player in order for my team to be stronger. So I'm going to try to sell that player to a better club, better system, so that I can improve that player. So I'm going to benefit, and my team and my record, everything's going to benefit me in the long run. So I don't think him going above and beyond for what he's doing, and it's taking away anything from where it's focused. Because it's part of his focus to improve the team and improve his play.
I love it. The reason why I have asked that, and I want people in the chat to answer, you know, because I don't want to hear when the man tell us him don't have enough time because he's focused on doing other things and he never got to do certain things, when you turn around and beat him. Because now he said he has to go out and contact everybody and he has to be trying to sell this player because he's doing work to make sure he gets that player out there. Just to see, as what Jenny said, for the future for Jamaica. Maybe that could pan out. Maybe that might not pan out either, because it's still a might not either. And what we have now, that's why I made sure to ask him, you know, because I don't think he's the first, second, or third best centre back, or maybe even fourth on our listing. But maybe actively, because Deshaun Bernard and those guys are injured, so maybe actively he might scrape up to fourth. So I'm saying if we are going to use so much time on certain players, you don't see the extra energy that it turns into. And to me, I don't think he should be going so all out for that. He could make the link him and make this a speed contact the people them. But I know that he has the power, so he has to be the one contacting people. But I don't think he should be doing that amount of work. Journey with us, if you understand where I'm trying to come from. Because the main team is your priority. So, for instance, you have other players that you claim that you never saw. Russell playing in the country, he was in your team. And you never saw him. And you never went to watch him again. But yet still you have a player that's not in a country, and you're trying to convince other people to take him, and you're going around trying to shop him. That could come off wrong for a lot of people, January. You don't see that as something as well, Big Boss? Just asking you. Because
No, you know why? Because you want your team to be as strong as possible. Your first team and second team. The second team to be as strong as your first team, because you don't want the fall off from a player be that far off. You want them to be as close as possible.
Okay.
So, for instance, you don't want the drop off if something happens to, say, for instance, Colgate is a second with after Ethan Pinnock, right?
I don't think so. But
the people the
Yeah, no, me not agree with that. Me not agree with that either. But and you're just using an example.
Yeah, some guys will say Deshaun Bernard, but
No, I wouldn't say. I was not gonna say Deshaun Bernard. You know, I think Lati start proving himself now. And big Damien, we're not gonna leave him out here. The man having a very good season now, and in terrible club. You know, we need to put respect on football. You know, so Damien Lowe is in it as well.
Damien Lowe just pick up 8.
Big boss, you watch the games them? Can a man not play good? Hold on, the Cavaliers never get 6 from Cincinnati. Cavaliers never get 6. Cavaliers never get 6 from. Do you know Sir Damian Lowe? No. Do you know Sir Damian Lowe is one of the actual better rated centre backs in the entire league? Remember, me not pick up for Damian Lowe. You know that them say me a Damian Lowe hater.
It's for his ratings, team ratings. Damian Lowe ratings get a 3.3.
Jay anyway that a one game. Jay anyway that a one single game. Just watch the guy. Remember, Jay anyway you know them say me not like local people and them say me are the biggest hater for Lowe. Please watch the player before you follow the bandwagon. I can tell you, King not have better games than Damian Lowe and it's not even close. And a lot of the players.
I rate Richard King higher than him.
Oh, yeah, January that, me know you guys, January that, these recorded you. More I come by my show more often. Because me I call you out one day, but me I wait until the third installment, like a edition episode. Which watch me yo. Me I teach you a lesson. Alright? Yes. But give the youth him credit, brother. The man are playing 1,000,000 times harder league than the JPL, brother. And no, listen to me, militant. Please go and watch the player and give him his credit. I am on 78 pound all local players, and me tell us that Damian Lowe is a better playing player than King, and even some players we have from England as well. He is not playing as bad as what Jay anyway want to make one game look out to be. I have to be honest to people because it's analytics me deal with. I'm ever tell the truth. That's all me I say. Me not rate the player over nobody. Me could agree with Jay in a statement that in the future me think Richard King can turn out to be a better passer than him or a better defender overall. I have no problem to agree with that, but I'm not going to tell any lies. King have not played one game better than Damian Lowe's best game this season. Not one. That is a lie. We need to stop it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to tell people the truth. Me no know what people will stop switch for the immediate shiny object. We need to stop it. And then we throw away the shiny object right after. I have no problem with Lowe, but the comparison, no. It was not comparison. Jane Weather brought up the defenders, and I'm saying no, we're not gonna avoid Lowe as well. Lowe is included in it. We can talk about other players, but Lowe is having my people. That shows you that I'm not a bad-minded person. Jane Weather call me bad-minded always. But I'm not a bad-minded person. Me never hate no. Me just believe say he was overhyped by the fan base. But what I'm seeing now,
bad mind when it comes to LeBron and the Lakers.
Yeah, but what I'm seeing now, Jane Weather, we have to be honest, Jane Weather. The man playing some games. I saw him play Ivan Toney once. Obviously, the Ronaldo game him get embarrassed and get dropped a few times, but him still recovered. Something King cannot do and will never can do in his life. It just never happen.
Seriously, JD, never can do
it. Because you cannot... listen to me. Let me finish. You cannot develop the speed that Damian Lowe has. He has to develop the education to be in the right place at the first time. King don't even try to get back. You can't argue me on this, All of them recent... Jamaican people recency bias, And that happened recently. It happened last night again, It happened last night again, Jane Weather, it happened in the last 3 games consecutive. You cannot do that, Jane Weather. It happened in 7 games for the national team. 7 games. And it happened in 3 consecutive games. I don't think he can fix that. He has to be a Ethan Pinnock type player. That is just education. He's not as fast as Damian Lowe or Deshaun Bernard. He's not in that ilk a speed of players to recover. Watch you play the man, Jane with the man. What you talking about, brother? Which lifetime King go fast like Damian Lowe? That's impossible, brother, man. Wait, remember? Oh my God, Jane with a Jamaica. Me talk about you. I'm education him for the improve Jane Weather, for get good positioning, for improve that. Him can't be fast like Damian Lowe. Damian Lowe don't have to have the ability to have the education, use the education. Him just have the raw speed to run down everybody. Big boss, you now watch Damian Lowe, man. Not that we always cause Damian Lowe for, because him have the education to be in the right position in the first place. Then him just use him speed for recover.
Well, I still rate King as our force.
No, I have no problem. I have no problem because, Jane Weather, I have no problem for you to do so, because what that means, you prefer passing football and more technical centre backs, which I prefer as well, you know. But I can't say he surpasses Damian Lowe today, because that wouldn't be the right truth. Because the man is playing in a higher league and performing, but you pick the one game that him get 25 love, like how him team terrible. Let me, you know, me I talk to you, me have the thing by the screen, so why me not show the people him? You know me an idiot. Why me not? Yeah, man, me I got put it up on the screen so people can see it. Because me don't know why me there so argue for Damian Lowe like him pay me. You understand me?
And that is so nice. You get a nice check across the bag.
Yeah, in this me a couple times well, so me don't know why me there pick up for that boy, yeah, you know. But me have to tell the truth, people. This fun. Okay, so he got 9 from Al Nasir. Every time, right, JD? Yeah, man. Right, so people look at that. Jane Weather said he gets a 5, which he had gotten a 5. Jane Weather said a 3, you know. So that means he might hate upon the player, you know, because the player got a 5, you know, and him says a 3. All right, and then he got a 6.4. So his 2 worst games are the 2 last games. Look at these people right through the entire season. Right, and believe me, the games are exact reflection as the score as well. Everything is almost in green and eye yellow. So that means every game, he is the most active player on the field. Sometimes you can be active and not the best of your ability. That is true. You get me? But at the same time, this guy is not as bad as what I first gave him. He's not as good as what you guys gave him, but he's in between, and we need to put some respect on his name. That's all I'm going to say, Jane Weather. You have any pushback to that, Jane Weather?
Yeah, if you put Richard King in on that team, then those numbers would be higher than 5 and 6.
I am telling you, if you put Richard, Big Boss, if you put Big Boss. If you put Richard King on this team, which is dude, Richard King would have been the worst player in this league. You want me to expand on that? Why Damian Lowe looks so good? Yes, he's going to be the worst player in the actual team, in the league. You know why? Because Damian Lowe's success for this team criminally underrated. It's solely down on his recovery pace. That's why he got his position, and that's why he could get 0 a lot of time, because he got a lot of yellow cards and even gave away penalties, because he has to make the single actions every single time, because the rest of the defenders don't even come close to him when he's reaching their back. Jane Weather, please go and watch the player. Richard King would have gotten 0 just like the rest of the defenders, because he wouldn't reach back just like the rest of the defenders. He wouldn't reach back. That's why you have to give Damian Lowe his credit, people. Just go back and watch it. That's why the man get red card, because of him alone a trap back. Not trap back. Both of them are trying to trap back, but the rest of them don't have the speed as him, and he's the first one reached back, and that's why he's the final action. So he gets a lot of yellow card and a lot of red cards. So it looks like the cards just make it seem like, yo, the man terribly, you know, which he loves cards. That is true. All right, but at the same time, we have to be honest, people. We have to be honest. The man play at a higher level, and the man don't look as bad as what we thought he would have looked at as. So why me should come here and lie to you guys? Remember, if you me that do bad, me that come telling you, people, when you can go watch the games for yourself, you know, I'ma promise you, you're gonna see better games from him than where King ever played in his life. Because one day me I watch him against Ivan Toney them, and me say, oh, this can't be Damian Lowe. So if you have somebody just telling him what to do every single occasion, and him respect you and listen to you, you get a good player. Jane Weather. You get a better player. So it looks like he respects the other people on his team, or he wants to prove himself so bad. He's following instruction. And he looks like a better player, people. So please, before you diss me up, go. And then that doesn't mean King is a bad player. It doesn't mean King is a bad player. It just means that Damian Lowe is a good player. Better than what I gave him credit for. That's all I'm saying. So, no me realize so just love favoritism. Not like nobody. A favoritism you like.
All I'm saying is, which date the checker coming on the mail? I reach already.
The man said which date? No, brother. It is that's why I like how you call, so people see that I'm an honest person, rather than I am a hater of local players, because that's what they kept trying to sell on me. But I'm just telling you what I saw. I've watched Richard King played, and I can't see what everybody is so hyped about. Yes, he passes football better than most in the country, which is not hard. He's more composed than most in the country, which is not hard, because Jamaican players don't have any fundamentals. It's just the truth. So it's easy to look better than everybody else in a poor bunch of people. So that's why I agreed with you and the coach to get him out of Jamaica, so I could see him in a better bunch of people to see if he's a standout. Because he went to Iceland and I wasn't impressed. And you know who wasn't impressed either? Mr. Speed wasn't impressed, because he said he never got enough game time to prove himself. So he wasn't impressed either. So I'm just talking.
But that probably wasn't the right scenario and the right system.
Okay. So that's what.
The coach probably used him wrong and tried to play my CDM and change of position and all of that.
Okay. Thank you very much.
There's a lot of things that took place that Mr. Speed come out and talk about.
Yes, but that is the honesty. But you can't. But that is the honesty. If he wasn't successful right there when he made the step up, why can't we just go over that failure step up to ease us the success over other people that success for 10 years? Oh, that makes sense, Jay, anyway, that? We can't disrespect people, so brother, man. I may never come here for disrespect Jamaican players. I have to stand for football, and me not think it should be a comparison between Lowe and King. May I tell you the honest truth? King should be comparing with Cummins them. And believe me, I honestly believe that it's because Cummins older. I think Cummins is a better player than King today. It's just because he's older. And when I went and do my research, I have realized why I thought I realized why I thought so highly of Cummins, because I never knew that he played in the United States. So that means my eyeball wasn't fooling me. So we are learning. We're all learning here, big boss. So I want King to be successful, people. But I have to tell the truth. We can't disrespect our other quality players them for a fantasy. So why I said a fantasy, it doesn't happen as yet. And we want to just push away the man that completed something for something that we don't know. Like we always want to be in that cycle of the unknown, so we can brag about something that will come, that have never came as yet, But we have to brag on it. And I think it's the bragging in our nature causing that problem more than how much success we truly want to have, Please listen to my word, what I've just used. My words that I've just used, people. All right? Go ahead, Jane, finish up.
You agree with me about Richard?
Yes. Yes, I agreed.
Technical player, and also he's a more composed player and a better passer.
Yes, I agree. So, but I said he has but you have to agree with me as well. He was not proven at any level, because we cannot say that he was proven at JPL level and use that as a level, because that is not a level for we to use. So we can use the bits and pieces that he gets in the national team, and also what we get in Concacaf. You get me? Big up yourself, Wunon. Big up yourself, Wunon. We have to do that, January, and that's bits and pieces.
Hasn't proven at any level.
No, he has not. So that's what I said. Jay, anyway, that's what I said. Bits and pieces. Bits and pieces we have to use. We have to use the Concacaf moments them, which him lose all of them games there, and he was not the best centre backs in the games either. So all them games them lose. So we want to see him. We want the coach to work something for him, so we can get him in a weekly thing where we know it's a female league. This we can turn on TV, see him in the League One, see him in the Championship, and see what he offers January. And then I will honestly come out and say, yes, this player is better than and Damian Lowe now. But for now, we can't lie to people. January, I think it's disrespectful. It's like once people come off our paycheck or come off our propaganda check, we don't bother pay them any mind anymore. In my opinion.
Two-time JPL Championship defender, Caribbean Club Shield champion,
Yes.
Caribbean Champions League finalist.
Caribbean Champions League finalist.
So let's move on. But you also agree that you agree with the coach and his selling point, but you're just saying that the coach shouldn't be the one who trying to sell the
Yes.
player.
No.
Okay.
The coach can do it, but me no want Uno come back and tell me say the coach now pay attention to the other people because you guys disrespected not you directly, but people cuss the man. Oh, you don't know John Russell. John Russell was in a team. Oh, you mean you don't want to watch him? Oh, you mean other player people tell about him? So then why? So all on King a bigger player than John Russell. John Russell one of the best players in a Barnsley team. So him already there where King a try for reach. So and we never want him in the team. So you see how people can look at it and say, Big Boss, what kind of madness? What kind of low standard thing this is just to sell players from a certain fraction? You see where all people could have looked at that because you have people already there and you're not paying them a mind. You act like you don't even know them. And then other people, which is just hope, because it's not proven as yet, you're broken neck kind of close down the whole team when you have Liam Bailey, pay everybody to go there. It will come off wrong, and I have no problem with people that takes it as wrong, Big Boss. I have no problem because it looks wrong in the eyes based on your previous statements. But I would like him to do it if he can. But his statements are not matching up January. You can't see what with me and everybody I say.
Yeah, I understand where I said where John Russell is concerned, But the position where John Russell play is a position that the team kind of equip and how Coach McLaren normally call up him squad then.
The team kind of equip.
Bobby Reed and John Russell been playing same position then.
Okay.
So, and then the midfield is already popping Casey Palmer, and remember I said into that invert, when the guy named Latimer there to be a midfielder and was starting the team as a midfielder when we know say Latimer there is more a centre back and a right back. A defender to say.
Okay.
Now him have Isaac Kidd in the team, which will make it tougher. Then Louis Baker gonna be in the team. Casey Palmer in the midfield.
Okay.
Kerry Anderson was picking up that spot.
Yeah.
Anderson gonna be playing in the championship, and what's the name? Still gonna remain doing a League One. So if Kerry Anderson start playing more consistently in the championship, than he was playing in a League One. It all depends on improvement and all that.
Yeah.
It's even gonna make it harder for John Russell, but I agree. Based on right now, the World Cup window, which is coming up shortly in about little over a week or so.
Yeah.
The coach did say 3 to 4 players. There's still spots up for grab for 3 to 4 players. I believe John Russell, based on his performance for the season and in performance yesterday, so far John Russell would be one of those 3 players. But also keep in mind that you need to understand, say, Ravel Marson plays the same position as a John Russell also. So keep that in mind.
John Russell played the same position as Ravel Marson?
Midfield.
No, you can't. No, but what January, people see January. I am seeing a slight bias from you, First, they do a comparison between midfield. The reason why the coach might never bring in John Russell. January, so the position that Jamaica has for the most players are centre backs. I don't think you actually realize what you just said, And I wanted to chop you up right there in your statement, But I made it just land. You don't realize what you're saying. John Russell and Ravel Marson is a flat out cam and central forward and not necessarily a 8. People force him to play 8 because he can hold on to the ball. John Russell is a 6, 8 and part-time 10 because he's a box-to-box. Those are not the same functional players, you know.
John Russell, a tackler, JD. Come on now. That's what me and
No,
you disagree, right?
no.
John Russell is not a 6.
John Russell plays 6 than...
Ravel a 8 or a 10.
Oh, okay.
Palmer,
Oh,
8
okay.
or a 10.
So,
My name Bobby Reed, 8 or a 10. And wing. So they're all fighting for a very... William Kira Anderson, 8, 10. Wing. Not wing.
and wing as well.
So they're all fighting
Carrier
for
play wing as
Kira
well.
wing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In his club.
So they're all fighting for a very difficult position.
But you know, see a bias Jane with her? We have Ethan Pinnock, Damian Lowe, Deshaun Bernard, Lati Bodier, already 4. Bell is a centre back as well.
What you need in the team.
So, but Jay, in a way that they are the exact position as King. So King is 6th position or 7th position out of the players. So
no, but you play 4. Well, on it. No, you confuse yourself, man.
No, me not.
Don't jump off a kicker.
No, but me argue the point. No, we are at the coach. We are arguing now, and we are trying to show you Jay in a way that, or people could have looked at it away. But you use an excuse to say that the reason why the coach might never looked at John Russell is because we had midfielders in his position. So what? Why is he looking at King? Why is he looking at King then? If we have 5 positions ahead of him, that's more than what you just said.
No. In your opinion, there's 5.
Okay.
I say Richard King is 4th. So in your opinion, there's 5.
So how much people we have in a 6 and 8 position better than John Russell?
That's what I say. Right now, it would make the World Cup squad because of the 3 to 4 when the coach said it needed 3 to 4 players, so it would be in it. But me just list out the players then that would play in the same role as John Russell. Didn't I just do that, people?
No,
I just do that?
Everybody, no, we are debates. People just listen, and people will decide. You know, you can set up your fans in the chat.
It's gonna get more difficult next month because Louis Baker supposed to be in the team by next month if everything goes well. Which next month is the Gold Cup. Okay. So it's even going to get more difficult. So I said, based on form and based on the players that we have right now, John Russell would, in my opinion, make the World Cup qualifying team.
All right, Mr. Spinner, Dre Anyweather. The man that will never straightforwardly... no, it's not.
No, you want change the narrative and jump back in the defense after we don't pass the defense.
No, we are having a conversation. And one thing I know about... Listen, Jenny, respect, big boss. The people who bad me up say they need for calling. So can I get the YouTubers... Okay, so you just want to stay on the show for the rest of... So you want to make sure me can't talk to anybody. You want to make sure you can talk to the people then. I saw it go. Oh, okay. Well, that will happen. Let me get the people other call because we hear what you have to say, and yeah. All right, you're on the payroll of the JPL. Yeah. But me up on the payroll alone. Me hear you. Well, you're on the payroll of JPL. All right. Yes, people, he said I'm on the payroll of Damian Lowe and all of them people there. Well, he's on the payroll at the whole JPL. All right? That's JD take on education. The youth is a good baller going places. But had I said nobody going places, Travis? I never said anything bad. I was just doing a comparison and making sure we give Damian Lowe his credit. And I think that the levels are different, Travis. So if you listen to what I had said, I never said anything bad about King. We state the facts. The King is nowhere near as fast as Damian Lowe. Nobody need an eyeglass to see that. And then I talked about the league's quality. Anybody tell me say the JPL better than Damian Lowe's league need to stop watch football and just to try drowning. So all of my conversations was simple, factual evidence right there. So I was not fighting nobody. I agreed. People need to listen. I said I agree. 1 second, caller. 1 second. I agreed with trying to get him out. But I was just saying people always complain about when the coach do more thing than what he came here to do. Including the same Travis said the coach needs to focus on him team. Travis said the coach needs to focus on him team. I know Travis should change him out. When he's a local man, he might try sell. We have to be honest, man, and fair. Go ahead, Carla. Good day. How are you doing?
Hi, blessed day, JD. Long time. Blessed morning today, or blessed afternoon.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
The commentators are. Yeah, man.
So, Carla, what say you? You think I'm on a low check? Because they said I was 8 of low, you know. And because I defended him, they said I'm taking money from low, you know. Is that not disrespectful?
All right. The thing is, I love your analysis because you always do your research. And but as well as you use stats and logics, but however sometimes the stats and logics don't always add up. But before I get in there, I want to say congratulations to the Reggae boy and the victory. I know Trinidad, we normally beat them, so it might seems like
Carla, what you mean by we normally beat up Trinidad? What kind of you're inside violence, you? You're inside violence with the Trinidad people. They're hearing the Carla.
last 5 matches, we won 3 and draw 2.
Draw
so
2.
That, I can say,
and over the last 7, over the last 7, how much you win?
Over the last 7, I think we might win 4, and they
no, we remain at the same amount of wins because they had 1 and draw in that series. We lost 1 and
so
and draw.
1.
So they would have won 2 games overall. No, they would have drawn 2 games. They would have won 1 and drawn a few, and then we won the others. Yeah, but go ahead.
Yes, so I'm saying, but yesterday, Trinidad looked spirited. I like how Trinidad look. Because being a part of the Caribbean, it would be great or grand if they could take the opportunity, as well as Jamaica, to have 2 Caribbean teams in the not just the Gold Cup, but in the World Cup. I know they're already in the Gold Cup, so in the World Cup that would be good. But Trinidad look good. Jamaica, we look great in the first half. We slowed down in the second half, but nonetheless, we got the victory and won the congrats. Congratulations to the Jamaican fans. In regards to King, what is the rule surrounding overage players going to England? Again, I know there was a rule in terms of you have to rank below 50.
Okay, you're talking about, but they have softened, Carla, they have softened on those rules, and exemptions can come in, which when League One has 1 to 2 exemptions, Championship might have more, and the Premier League has more. So if they do see a ball and they do like them, they could work on those exemptions. So they do have it in now, which all teams, but you have to be special. So if a League One team would have taken him, he would have been the best player they are looking for. Outside their zone where the exemption should have to come in. That's how it works.
All right, so it would be good if you could shed more on those exemptions. Because I normally watch your program specifically.
I'm writing it down so I can bring it forward later. Exemptions.
Yeah. Because I normally watch your program, especially gain knowledge and new ballers, because out of within the YouTuber space, understand, I must say that I must congratulate you on that job. You normally identify the ballers quicker than others. So I normally watch you at that purpose, JD. So I have to congratulate you.
Yeah, man, that's our job that we're trying to achieve, because we want Jamaica to be good, you know, and so we don't want to present it. We don't know if people will accept it, but at least present it. So when the direction changes, we do have an additional angle to go for, you know. That's all, because I know that we have a struggle to choose something over the years. So at least we presented it, you know. Yeah, and now they're taking it, so at least it's good that we had presented it.
Wonderful. So I'm not here to take long, but for King, I believe you fall like a short of King.
Yes.
The commentators, analysts, the footballing world, they're ranking King highly now. From
The footballing world, the footballing world.
Just a second.
Yeah.
Just a second.
No,
Just a
I'm
second.
trying to
He
follow
got
your
some
your
exposure.
reasoning where you're going. So you just clear it up for me so I can understand.
I'm saying the analysts, them, the commentators, the coach, the scouts, they are seeing King higher than what you are perceiving to be.
But I've not.
I think you're still looking.
So, but
I
Carl,
think you're
I've
still
not.
looking at King last year or the year before.
No, Carl, I've not. Carl, I've not actually analyzed him as yet. I just did comparison with other players because when I did Damian Lowe, is to say that he's not better than Damian Lowe, based on what I have seen, and I only can rate him on the level that he plays, which is nowhere near the Damian Lowe level. So I never said his potential is not higher. I'm just saying, yeah. So that I think people missed what I was trying to say. No, man, but I could agree with you. I could agree with you, Carla, and how good he could be. But I'm just saying, that's why I want him to get the chance. Yeah. That's what I was trying to say. So me, I'm sorry if I never made it clear.
Yeah, because what happened is, in my eyesight, today, the 28th day of May, I believe King is up there with Damian Lowe now.
Ooh, all right, love that. Yeah.
The highlight just a second. The highlight he got from Messi's game.
Yeah.
Don't underestimate that. The back-to-back JPL, although you have it as you have the JPL, people don't have the JPL as highly. This is the captain of his team.
Okay.
And as you can see, he's just not a shot stopper or a defender. You see where he contributed offensively as well.
Okay.
Hence, yesterday, Al Grimson, out of everybody on the field, all the leaders on the field, because I can mention that from Dexter Lambikisa, who was at Wolves in the Premier League, to wherever he went afterwards in Europe, coming back. I can look on Bell, who was in the Premier League. I can look at Greg Lee, who's playing awesome football for his club now. I can go in midfield. Your great Ravel Morrison was on the field.
But Carla, come on. That's where we have the problem now, Carla. How the hell you think Ravel Morrison will come and take that ball?
Wait, the Jamaican populace, they sell him, the coach, they sell him to the coach, the 21 goal contribution in the second or third division.
Yeah, but Carla, remember the man come on. No, Carla, that's where I can't agree with you. Because remember, he might try to come and behave himself, So if him could have do it back then, he might have the same grace there. To do it today. Him coming at the team. You understand me? Him couldn't do it.
I wonderfully agree. I agree with you 100%, but I'm just looking and not taking away from nobody, I'm saying out of everybody on the team with Premier League and English experience, who they call upon in the dying moment.
Who they call upon?
King,
so you thought that they called King to take that ball? You don't hear the coach said? You never hear the coach say? No, the player took the ball and say, I'm going to kick it. And people just leave him. So you wait. So what you wanted? You want other people? Look, the designated Carla, the designated Carla, the designated penalty taker wasn't on the field, which is KC Palmer. The free kick takers are KC Palmer. You clearly saw that. If we had a penalty, no. KC Palmer, no. KC, no. But he's not the designated free kick taker or penalty taker. Carla, that's.
We have gotten any. Just a second. If we have gotten any free kick while Ravel was on the field, Ravel would have taken.
That's free outside free kick. So Carla, so what you're saying? So what you're trying to say, Carla? You're trying to say that King is so big. Everybody move aside to make him take the penalty.
I didn't say that King is so big. I'm saying King respect that. Grown and you need to put levels on the ball.
No, I don't think. But you can't. I can agree with your statement. I can agree with your statement claiming that he's getting bigger because I don't see it to the level that you might have seen it. But I don't think that's the reason why he took the penalty. He took the penalty because he took the penalty and nobody never wanted to cause a scene like Liam Bailey and those things cause controversy. That's all I'm saying. You understand where I'm trying? But you understand where I'm trying to come from?
I understand you totally.
Yes.
I understand where you're coming from.
Minister try to make that.
Yeah, but I'm saying that point is not valid. Could Daniel Green take up that ball and kick it yesterday?
That point is not valid. That Daniel Green never take the ball. King take up the ball and they kick the penalty. And the coach, but follow the argument. No, the coach tell you. The coach tell you why he kick the penalty. I know all this.
Yes, but I'm saying they would not have allowed Daniel Green to take the ball. King, just listen what I'm saying, JD. Now, as we're speaking, after Rupert, after Pinnock, is King and low back lean for number 2 in the Jamaica.
No man, no, brother, no. That's where me done with your conversation. I mean, nah, agree with them, none at all. If you think King better than Deshaun Bernard and Lati Bodier and all here today, me don't know what you're talking about.
It's not who better than who rank in the Jamaican team. That is what they're going to see.
But they don't ranking over Lati Bodier and Deshaun Bernard. You didn't hear the coach tell you.
Going forward, JD.
Yeah, man, me clip it, people, clip me. My boss, Carla, my good friend.
Wait, no, he's going to start in World Cup qualifying. He's going to start in Gold Cup.
Coach, and believe me, by next week you're gonna come back, you know. Make sure you call back next week, you know. Cause the man gonna be available next week, you know. Yeah, so make sure you come back next week, because me I torment you every morning. Every morning after I give me a call you. Me a torment your people.
But the Jamaican team, King will call in the defensive line after Rupert. Nobody else. He and Lowe will battle for that spot. Him and Lowe battling for that spot, and he will get over Lowe sometime because of his composure and his leadership quality.
All right, which I don't disagree. I don't disagree on his abilities that he has. I'm just saying we never saw it anywhere. So how can we know it's going to translate to all of these high levels? The coaches them have the opportunity to see what we don't see. You understand me? So you can show me grace for me to wait until I do see so. That's all I'm saying, you know. Just give me the grace and the time to see it. And then I will come around and say, yes, you guys' judgment, you know me. I want you to be right. Because you being right, that means Jamaica will be better. Don't, that because there's one more person being better, you know? So I'm okay with that.
Nice talking. I will listen.
But me a call you, you know. Remember, me I got torment you.
Don't worry yourself. I am not afraid to be wrong.
All right, so call back, people. All right, I love that call there. Respect big boss, yeah. All right, so good call. Him say, me for torment him if me right, but him a got torment me if him right. And he brought up some very good points overall, because him say, and about who better and the higher level is how Jamaica runs sometime, which is definitely true. I agree with him there, you know. But we remember that we want to qualify for World Cup, so we're going to see politics are going to play into casting us a World Cup. You understand me? Because that is important as well. So I like that conversation. The other man that said that we're going to call in, please do call in. Or you guys want me to go to the ratings now? Player ratings. I want to go to player ratings now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the players right here. But you can call in, guys. The number is still pinned. I still have little time because I have 35 more minutes. In a few years, you goodly see King wearing the Reggae Boyz armband. All right, okay, it's fair enough. And I have no problem with that, you know. I would love that. I want it. They said to finish the press conference, but I'm getting the next call. Oh, all right. Hello, good day, Mr. Pastor. How are you doing?
Good morning. I hope you're hearing me.
Yes, we're hearing you.
I didn't get to watch the match live, but I listened to the commentary provided by the Imaxit channel. But since I got home last night, I have watched the match.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched 3 different sets of highlights, and I've watched the match twice.
Twice, okay.
In its entirety.
Yeah.
2 full matches of the same match, and three highlights package prepared by different persons.
Okay.
I want to begin by saying congratulations to the Reggae Boyz.
Mm-hmm.
even though I said I would not be grading the team on this match because of the conversations that has been had with the likes of the Imaxit hosts likening the performance to that of my Spanish giants, Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I was forced to add my comments to it. There are those who talked about players being what the match does not show them to be. And when the host goes so far in his jubilation, I have to I have to bring some amount of clarity to what I saw.
Okay. So what you saw, Pastor? Please let me know what you saw.
I'm going to begin with the first half where you were very jubilant because I don't want to be the bearer of pure bad news.
Okay.
I thought that Dixon showed what he can be with proper development.
Okay.
He will learn some more, he will strengthen up, and that will put him in good stead. He's playing with players of higher quality above himself, but he was able to.
Well, Pastor, the man said, please, the clip we want to have of me talking about Jamaica playing at Barcelona, want to please don't use it against me. Thank you, Andre. You know? Yeah, so don't use Barcelona and what we are talking about, you know? Yeah, continue, Pastor. You know?
I am not using.
No, because they might throw me. They might throw me.
Reversing my conversation.
No, I know. But they said they don't want to hear Barcelona and Jamaica in the same conversation, you know? But I know they're trolling me. They're trolling me because I got 20 clips of saying, JD, you can't chat to me now because you claim this way at Barcelona, so we won't hear you say nothing more. You know? So let us leave this. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah.
I want to say Dixon showed what he can be. So I would advise him to stay in lab at Charlton, learn all he can learn, listen to the coach, and the coach will point him in the direction where he will develop fastest. If I say it that way, I think I am covering the grounds. My first problem with the first half is the goalkeeper of choice was taking the team at the expense of Connor Boy's clock. And I know people like Travis Pessoa is going to continue his tirade that I don't like local players. But aside from 2 takes by my goalkeeper at the international level, every time Trinidad advanced towards my defensive third, I was biting my fingernail. I was inhaling deeply and very worried.
But Pastor, how can you watch the game late and then you're still worried? How that even makes sense when you know the result?
because I was watching the game not for the result of the game. I wanted to see what I heard in the commentary.
Okay.
So I was watching the game intentionally.
Okay.
Results were already set.
And you still stressed out after about the goalkeeper?
Of course. I'm watching football.
Chevy said Davis is not the best JPL goal. Chevy said that Foster is still. We know Foster, man. We know Foster from Waterhouse. Last time we see him, he looked a little bit chunky, you know, but him still can spring. Travis, let me know if he, you know, yeah. But what would you do, Travis? Not to cut your pastor, but what you do, Travis? Would you start the next goalkeeper? Let me know. Go ahead, Pastor.
Well, to that question, the coach did make mention.
The man himself used the word chunky. Pastor, 1 second, Pastor. Pastor, 1 second. Let me defend myself. I just used the word chunky. It was a long time. The man, me don't want to say fat. I want to tell me why more even worse. That's why I tried to find a word. Pastor, give me a word that me can use to say that the man was overweight. That's all. That's what I wanted to say, and I never wanted to. I am so tired with these commenters. And I said chunky, you know.
He had on more pounds than regular.
All right, he had on more pounds than regular, so you not have to say why. Go ahead, Pastor. You know, these commenters are something else, you know.
On the point of the goalkeeper, in the post-match press conference, the coach did say something about goalkeepers and him not having everybody he wanted to have in certain departments. So maybe he intends to start a different goalkeeper.
I think he must. I
would say he must.
Yes.
But I am not going with any must statement as it relates to
heavy built. No, we can't. No, people still give him a name. I can't use heavy built. Heavy built, man. No. In Jamaica, no. Go ahead, Pastor. I am not using heavy built. These guys are setting me up. I'm done. I'm not taking any more suggestions.
No, don't use heavy built. There are some words you cannot use with men when you're talking to Jamaicans. You can't use heavy built. No, you can't use those terms.
And then Joe Grind said heavy set and shorty. Hey, Joe Grind,
no, you can't use heavy set when you're talking to Jamaicans. Don't do that.
Some of these guys.
That's a tragedy.
They are not well.
So.
You finish up, Pastor. Finish up. Sorry. These guys are
as it relates to the whole goalkeeping thing, he had me panicking. I guess when it comes to the two times that he didn't do himself any harm, I want us to understand that while it is said that lightning don't flash the same place twice, don't strike the same place twice, I have seen that happen in my time. Lightning does strike the same place twice. So, having said that though, I'll move on to the midfield that we started. For the first time, we had players in the positions that they are more comfortable in our midfield.
Mm-hmm.
This is where Jamaica got its success from. I don't believe people value the role persons play when their names are not being called. And so I heard two commenters speaking about you not calling Isaac Hades' name.
Yes. I did answer.
These commenters maybe were not listening to the live commentary.
Yeah.
Because the commentators who were covering the game did mention Isaac Hades' name. what he was doing. And you probably don't get it when you watch the match live, whether in the stadium or on your television, because you're focused on the game in its live sense rather than for the details I have gone and watched before.
Okay.
Now, that midfield, I believe, will do us good with experience playing with each other. And then you will have people like Anderson, Robert Morrison, Bobby Reed, and whoever else plays midfield. If you have those on your bench, look at the quality team that Jamaica will be. And I'm just talking about the midfield.
Okay.
Because certainly we would stack up better when we go into a competition with a bench than just having a starting 11 to go play a match. A starting 11 don't win competitions. It will win you the one-off games. It will win you no competition.
Okay.
So the stronger Jamaica gets in depth,
yeah,
the better we will be served. And I say that without any reservation at all.
All right.
Then I want to get to
your pastor, because people are calling you pastor, so you have to make it a little bit quicker.
I want to get to our front line. I am glad that this young man, that people say, when I go, I just 11 goal in score, when I go start over. Yes, Burrell, you have shut up the naysayers. Because you didn't just perform, you literally outperformed. One parallel I want to draw, not just Dixon kicking at the goal his left foot instead of going, because the goal is to his left. So he should not have been with his left foot, because he's not out and out left-footed. That position he's in, if he were with his left foot, he would have to open his body up like he's turning to face where the goal is, which he did not do. Experience will get him positioned properly. I believe he was frightened by the quality of performance that he was playing in. So I'm not going to beat him up for it, because I don't believe he has played with this kind of fluid midfield behind him and a Burrell up there like that. Okay. Burrell was playing Dixon like an equal. He was literally demanding that Dixon step up his game. So I believe Dixon was frightened by that. He got the opportunity, even though the run that he made put him in place to get the pass. So you have to credit him for that.
Yeah, man. No,
but I believe he was
pass now. Burrell was the best player on the field yesterday, and the more I watch the game, it is very clear. There's no conversation. Yes.
How good he was that he literally left the Dixon's game.
Yes, yeah, but it's not just Dixon, even Cephas, he was talking to everybody, telling where to run. He was the leading man, breaking the lines over and over. The first display, people, I'm not going to overhype any player. The first display was amazing. We have to give him credit, and it was Trinidad, so we use the same broad brush that we use. It's Trinidad we are playing.
Yeah.
The same broad.
I didn't come to talk about King being the best player in the game because that's a foregone conclusion. That's not debatable.
Float management. Burrell created the most chances yesterday, and he's a forward, and he scores the most goals yesterday, and he's a forward. So I don't know what to tell you. And he was the most selfless player yesterday, and he's a forward. Because he was running without the ball, with the ball, after the ball, behind the ball, behind the players them. And he was still linking up. If Cephas had just lift up his head, he had 2 assists there alone. He gave Dixon the goal. Hold on. Pastor, hold on. Let me speak to Pastor, please, no? Dixon missed. So Dixon missed, and him give Dixon the ball. Cephas 2 misses them, and him give Cephas the ball. And he created 1 more other opportunity. So he created 4 big chances and still scored 2 goals. One they chalked off, and one he scored. Out of an error coming from Cephas, because Cephas kicked his foot and kick away the ball. Cephas kicked his foot and kick away the ball. And Casey Palmer rushed the defender and the ball flicked off, and that's how he improvised it. So please, a football we watch, we only can just tell the truth. You understand me? Go ahead, Pastor. Finish up, because we have to take the final call before, because we have to done 3:30.
So, I'm not talking about the young man being the best player. Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder will tell you that. He was the best player. I'm not going down that road with anybody. I want to address the elephant in the room. I heard talking about the prowess of Miss York King.
Oh my God, Pastor, please, me not rush you, but me only have limited time, Pastor. And you make the main point where you gonna take
I will do this one very fast. My centre back in the minutes he stayed on the park was out of place 7 times. 7 different times as a centre back in an international game. That is inexcusable. Not possible for you to be considered a high-profile centre back. 7 times in 1 match.
Okay.
King was directly responsible for the goal that Lambakisa threw himself in the park and still got beaten. When the player went down the right side of Jamaica, there were 2 players in the center unmarked because King did not step up. Because the player was moving toward the Jamaica's goal, the 2 players went right in front of King.
Okay.
Lambakisa saw the 2 players and came across to make sure that King was not
you're talking about the goal. Yeah, I remember that one. The one the goal, I remember that.
What King did as the centre back was rather than hold his place to mark one of the players, King went backwards.
Yeah, I thought a lot of times, Pastor, you have a point. A lot of times he deferred to others. I saw Bella to come over tackling for him, and he's pointing where people should go. Lembekisa, I thought that was a big poor error from him. He got ball watching, and Lembekisa tried to close in. We get the point, and you're not lying at all. But I think these stories about King is not football related. I'm telling you. They pushing is just people saying that we are poor people and we are coming from Jamaica and we are coming out of this struggle and that we try to bust a youth. I think a lot of people is on that rather than honestly talking overall. And that the problem is we have to understand that Damien Lowe is a poor people pitney too as well. You understand me? Everybody's a poor people pitney. So let me honestly assess this, because maybe somebody else watching the video and can put a word in for somebody else as well. So we can just be honest in our assessment. I think King has amazing composure. I like his composure. I gave him that credit. Passing, I am not sure on the passing because I don't see it at levels. So I could see the reaction timing. When I saw him at a higher level, the passing doesn't come off, the longer passes doesn't come off as fluent. So I would want to see more. And that's why I said I'm reserving. I never said he can't be that. I said he can't be a recovery player because he's not fast. That's what I said. I think he has to use more education to get those things over.
The 3 long passes that he connected. Watch the game again. There was nobody around him. There was nobody approaching him.
Yes. I remember the one. I remember the one that he switched.
There was no one around him. Nobody even approaching him.
The one that he switched over to the left hand side, yeah, nobody was there. I remember that one. I remember that one very clear, very clear. And that connected, and that's what I'm saying. It's not 8 people. It's just me waiting to see because I saw others. I saw Liam Bailey prove themselves. I saw Damari Gray prove themselves. Ethan Pinnock, yes. No, I think he's just pointing out that sometimes you have to reserve ourselves because with higher level competition, he's not going to get the space at all because they pressed longer. So that won't be there. So we want to see how truly comfortable you are at a higher level demo. That's what I think he's saying. But Pastor, I have to run because we reach 11.
Yes, sir.
Yes. We want because we want to get Demo. Demo want to call in. All right, so we link up.
Yeah, man.
All right, so that was the Pastor, people. Pastor giving his take might come off a little bit different, but I agreed with some of the points that he said, but I can understand where people disagree as well because sometimes if we win and people do something, they want to just hear the congratulations and not necessarily the backlash so much, just the congratulations they want to hear, which is not fair because if we're analysis channel, we can't just do the congratulations only. All right. Good day, Demo. How are you doing? Good morning. So how are you doing? Sorry, big boss. I know that you were the first one said they wanted to call in, but J Any Weather, that gets sponsors by the JPL, saying that I sold out to low. You understand me? And I can't believe that I was talking only facts and the man say me sell out, So now me understand. Say propaganda me alone me follow Demo. And then me rich. So propaganda me follow from today, Anybody where everybody say good at that me I say to me not tell the truth anymore. Eh?
Give me 1 second. Go on, talk. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Yeah. So people, they called me out on my own show saying that I only me need to follow the propaganda. Okay, they told me say a propaganda me follow say anything what everybody say and them like it. So but I think I built myself on just telling the truth, and assess football. So I don't know how me for just leave the propaganda. Remember them say me not like Damian Lowe, and now me I tell the truth about Damian Lowe and the man league. For what they need to do is just go to the actual league, watch the game, and come and just say, oh, you look at JD right, But me still want him to follow propaganda. And then I would have understood. But don't tell me that, business, what me I say. This me need for you say. No, that don't make no sense, Papine and them man there. Yes. The man who said JD get a stimulus package. Go ahead, Demo. Oh my God, the disrespect.
Yeah, because the reason why I want to try to get in, obviously, some of their work. So me that try to get in before they get busy and stuff. But now it start get busy. So I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, Zine. Mm-hmm. First of all, big up the chat. Big up you. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
So as a champion, you just want, you just tell me congratulations.
Congratulations, sir. But I also saw you crying as well. So put the crying beside the congratulations. Because your superstar sold you out.
Alright, so I appreciate the congratulations. Secondly, this game, I know I get some stick for the Barcelona thing, boss. But may I tell you, in live time watching that first half, I said the same thing. I never even know you do it, but I said the same thing, brother. I was so excited.
Thank you, Dima. Thank you, man.
We're not the back. I see some 1-2 pass at the edge of the box, some knockings, Panenka, penalties, like all sorts of stuff. And like, I couldn't believe what me that watch, honestly.
Thank you.
Like,
So, you see the honesty coming out. You see the honesty coming out. Me just said, yo, I love this. And people should see that a proper football, I just want to see. That's all. You know, me don't know them might use it against me. You know?
No, you know, so means a results, man.
Yeah.
It's a results, man. But the first half of that game, brother, I couldn't believe what I watch, brother. So I just want to congratulate Jamaica. Congratulations to the win. And like, I am super proud because, like I said to you in the chat, yesterday I wanted to win the game despite however we perform, because I think we come like enough players not play together and all of them stuff there. So I never expect a great performance, but that was above my expectations. And it seems like we always seem to find some sort of performance away from home and the nicer pitches. You know,
yeah,
like,
but you can't say that is away from home, you know. Big boss, you can't say that is literally in the backyard of one of our bigger players. So our actual home, them, we just have a lot of home. And that we tell people.
You know what I mean, boss.
Yes, from the stadium.
I look down for watch if the ball go bubble up on them foot and that kind of stuff. It seems like we always perform it. And it's like, I don't understand the negativity we may see from people about the performance. Like, I think people don't expect, say, chances are going to get created when we like we're playing against ourselves. But we're playing against opponents.
But Demo, if the United States score them goals against we, maybe people would have problems. But for some, Demo, hold on, Demo, hold on, no. Demo, hold on, Demo, me learn that. Demo, you need to learn like me. Them tell me to stop my eyes at Trinidad. Not even soccer them not for better than we now. And that them tell me last night and diss me up. So me just tell you before them diss you up too. So continue. That's how we can know.
No, but me used to dissing, you know, brother. Me used to dissing, but I have no problem.
Yeah, man, them done me last night and said, JD, me in a busy way, I say. Come here, ask them, why we not going like that? Me think they like the performance and stuff. The man say, brother, Trinidad don't need for winning and nothing. I see him friend, Dockland all of this me too. You know? Yes, so
it's like the man that never slice open forget them 2 goals, eh? I mean, the goalkeeper, you know, the bones, but it was unfortunate the goals that we conceded. Zine?
Yes.
So I just want to highlight a couple players. For me, John Russell was amazing. Ooh. Like, I don't think people, like, I feel the man gets so much disrespect because every time the man play for me, I have never seen where he was so bad not to be called again. And then the coach them always try this Lati body here in a midfield thing when we have Russell there for come. And the man just come, show him talent, his form, with him depend obviously from him club. And he was miles, head and shoulders, the best player in the park for me. I know you say Burrell, but may I get to him in a second.
I wouldn't war if you say John Russell. I wouldn't war at all because John Russell act like say him a Zidane. Because I saw the man do a flick and pass the player without even looking at the ball. And I'm saying, Cephas can't control the ball and the ball run on them foot. And he might look on the ball and this man flick around.
No Cephas.
No. I know you got to talk about your Cephas, God. But me I try to say, one man look on the ball and can't control it and the next man now look on the ball and beat 2 players. That means me I say, how this is possible?
Him show him levels yesterday. And I really want to big him up for that because it is not easy to be out of the team so long and then when you get the chance you just grab it by the scruff of the neck and then, you know, put on a show like that. He was amazing yesterday. So shout out to John Russell and I believe that he should be in whatever squad. All if we are going to play upon the corner of the road, the August Stone, he's supposed to be at the side.
Them saying too slow. So did you saw any slowness in that man game? Please.
This was the narrative around him when him did just coming out of the squad too. I mean, I said to the man, brother, we never play football in our life and watch high level football. Busquets never fast.
Yeah, but Dino, the man faster than Busquets by far. You see, man, I run past people.
Brother, this slow thing as a midfielder is very overrated. You don't have to. I think Rodri fast. Like
they are not fast. He's not fast. Rodri's not fast.
So even though I don't know if him fast or slow, for me it is very irrelevant to what the man offer to the Jamaica team. So shout out to him. Burrell. I have never seen that youth play football in my life. I never know him. I never know of him.
You know him
May
now.
I tell you, brother, after 5 minutes of that game, I never need to see him take a next touch. For me, that man have to be starting number 9.
Oh my
forever.
God, Demo, give him
Like,
to the next game, Demo.
No Antonio, nobody.
So Demo, hold on, Demo. We agree with you. He was special on the night. What? So, but Demo, we have 2 other young kids. We have Madasil and Tyrese Campbell. That was actually Madasil have double amount of goals him have, and Tyrese Campbell was what the best player for him club, and him reach the Premier League. So we not gonna give them a chance.
Fine. Boss, if them come and them do that, and me and talk about who did it right.
Okay. No, but but you said him have to be like it's definitive. Nobody in the need to get no more test.
because my higher for the performance, brother. I didn't want to get through from yesterday, so I could have said what I have to say, but now it's store up. Is it me? So probably said some things when I go so.
None of them mutant already. That man are playing now. Nobody else need to come.
To Mr. The man, brother, Mr. Green would have to play on the right hand side because nobody can pick the ball. May I watch the man? Well, on the day, morning. May I watch the man yesterday, brother? And I don't rate Manchester City, you know. But you know Omar Mamouche?
Yes, Mamouche,
I get the vibe there. Like the running
him
behind.
talented. But him way stronger than Mamouche. Like a million. Him like a mini Michael Antonio type strength. Yes, so but me get the gliding style him have. You talk with Mamouche, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. How him carry the ball and stuff. It just me that get the vibe there from him. And the thing is, me go when I see him name and stuff, me go like watch him highlights and thing. And the goal him score is literally goals him score in
IMD. Oh my God, man. Yeah.
The poacher thing and always in the box, bro. Like about 6 or 7 of them type of goals I see the man have in IM League. I mean, I say, bro, his instincts for the end of the box and put the ball in the goal, brother. Like him just have it. And I know say you rate Antonio, but I think say even after this accident thing, I don't know how him gonna come back, but. Him can't take Burrell's spot when him come back. I just saw it go for me.
Okay.
Finally, the last 2 things, because you should have done already. Cephas, bro. Yeah. Like, yo, everybody. I don't know. Like, everybody, I don't know if it's different when I watch a game them on TV than when it's in a stadium, bro. Like, I think people have an agenda against Cephas and them never rate him from before. And even when the man improve and play well, them still come back. And because them hold the position there before, they are going to have the position there forever. Bro, the man has, the man, clearly, brother, the man IQ can go up more. In football, in IQ can go up more. That's obvious. But stop make it seem like say, him are the only player in the planet who do that. I don't think Doku have no great football IQ.
No. But you can't Doku and Cephas are miles apart. Cephas cannot even control the brother.
Hold on. JD, you remember just finished.
I know, but you always do them look disrespect to Manchester City. I don't know why you do that.
No. Yeah, compare them talent. I'm comparing.
Okay, maybe the fastness, yeah. That's not the
IQ, bro. I don't think Doku or Adama Traore have no great football in IQ.
Okay. No, we get where you're coming from.
But they're at the top level and they use their strengths well. And one of Doku's strengths is his speed and his dribbling.
But also his technical ability, controlling, Cephas controlling and dribbling ability is very poor. Big Boss, you know, see that, brother? And that people complain about.
All right, you know what? Let me move from Doku and go to Traore.
All right, yeah, thanks. You can talk freely now.
Adama Traore uses his, obviously, his strength and his speed. Cephas, he knows that his greatest attribute is his speed, bro.
Yes.
And the man using speed very effectively in the game. The man literally won us 2 penalties in the game that the penalty ultimately won us the game.
Yes,
I mean, obviously you have to convert the penalty. But the man penalty, win the penalty, which I think no other player on the Jamaican side would have get to the ball before the keeper.
That is true.
And he used him strength. And it's like, people like them one don't play with the man I do. I say, oh, him just win 2 penalties. What do you mean just win?
No, but
2 penalties?
Demo, be honest, we have to give fair trade to the people. The man miscontrol 4 ball or 4 starting. No, Demo, let me talk now because you can't omit the truth, Demo. You have to give the people a fair chance. Me agree with you. Him do more than winning a penalty because he did break away 3 times. But in total he got 11 entry by himself. He failed control 4 of the entries them. 4, And then 2 he tried to pass the player, and 2 he never passed the player none at all. Him alone, the unorthodox unorthodox behavior and the clumsiness, it makes people don't see that you're effective. And I agree with you, he's still effective, but we don't need 11 chances, and you can't complete 50% of it to even get it to where you're strong at. And that is his problem. Anytime he can get the 11 chances to be right square up with the player, Demo, me tell you, him can play anywhere, even though we don't really rate him for the other skill sets them. But if him can just get it together, that first 3-second action, Demo, people would have rate him way more. But him struggle for control almost every ball to get it into his action. And that's his biggest problem. But me like what you said, Dima, I agree with you. And when him get it to that action, him look unstoppable. But to get it to that action, Dimo, if you be honest to everybody, Dimo, it is very sad and depressing. Like you want him play football.
So you see, my thing with this is like, you could have said that, right? Say him not control 4 passes and him not do this and him not do that. If what led to the game is they will lose or we end up draw the game. For me, the positives far outweighed his negatives.
The negatives. Okay. Let me see where you come from.
So highlight the man negatives after a game like that where his 2 positives were so effective in winning us the game and getting those FIFA points. For me, it not cause for.
But Demo, remember, so the man get a ball in front of the goal for scoring and kick him foot, and then the next one him does miss kick everything, So him actually never have to get no penalty for win. The man on the match him could have 2 goals, So at Demo, you can't cause the fans them for you watch everything because you said that Demo, but if you rewatch the game, the man get a good amount of chances, Demo. But man, I agree with you, him win us the points, so let me give him some credit rather than just blame why miss. So me understand.
No, I said don't watch everything in the JD, but may I say for put it over his positives.
Yeah.
Is insane for me.
But you
can't point them stuff there and just say, oh, him just win 2 penalties.
Alright, but Demo, look at it. I'm gonna be a Jamaican for a little minute. Them have a rivalry with Trinidad. Trinidad come back 2-2, and this man a kick every ball and a miss in front of the goal, and people set him up and everything, and sort of chaos are going. And then we barely come over the line. When if he had done took the right decisions, we would have won the game 4-2, and it would have been more comfortable, and Jamaicans could have bragged a little bit more. See where them have the problem with, like, see how it come off, like them not have no bragging rights, Demo, and you have to understand our culture, we know it. Them can't brag because them there saw a cuss and I say it's too close and them stuff and because of Cephas, because them remember those 2 big misses in front of the goal, literally in front of the goal. So me understand where them are come from, but me agree with you that we might beat him too harsh, and he made the final action and we forgive him respect. Me I go agree with you, but me can see why the fan base a cuss. And you have to be fair.
I'm not gonna prolong it no more because more finish up right now. And the final thing for me is the Richard King thing, bro. Like, I just listen to the last caller, and the man mentioned say like King make 3 long passes and connect when no player they close to him. Like, what is wrong with that? That's not a negative thing. Van Dijk does that every single time in the Premier League to Salah. Nobody depend him spring the pass wide, him connect. Like, why is it a negative thing, or where you point out that for the man made the passes?
Yes.
And for me, even if the man them put him for people see him at a higher level and him get sell, I can't see that as a negative thing for Jamaica, brother.
No,
the higher King go and go play. Let me just land, JD. The higher King goes and plays for a higher level team, is the better for Jamaica.
Facts.
Because him obviously going to get higher facilities to train at, he might get higher training methods, he might learn, and it's going to only be good for Jamaica. I don't understand the issue if King is being auctioned or whatever no one call it for a higher club to play.
Okay.
Because it is only going to benefit Jamaica going forward, boss.
But I had said everything what you said and I agreed on that as well, you know. But I brought the context to it and show you why people will complain, Demo. Based on the fact that this man say now watch nobody else, people are already at the level. And other people had to come to him and tell him about John Russell. That it was disrespectful, Demo. And then now you're talking about a man when nobody knows see. Aside from people at Jamaica, and said that, oh, may I try shop window him, may I try go here so to make sure him alright and this and that. It will come off away to the fan base, Demo. I think what you're doing, Demo, you're kind of separating the fan base with, like you think that the fan base should not take certain things serious. You're selling something to people, so you have to be organic in how you're selling it. It will look like a preference for a lower grade competition because the JPL is a lower standard league than the rest of the other I league them. So they are saying, why are you giving preferential treatment to that?
Specifically, who you talk about specifically?
So what they are doing, they are showing the King situation and the Russell situation. When he said he never knew Russell, he don't know what Russell is doing, and I want to friend him tell him say Russell have gone good. And he never took his time up to go and watch Russell, but he took his time up now to go and contact every agent to try sell King to them. And a plead, it come off a little way because that means you're forcing something when Russell might be closer to a first team player than King, being closer to a first team player, first team starter, because we are weak in midfield and we are strong in the centre back. So people wondering how that comes off, and it will come off with the big question of the day. You know them go. You know where to come from, Demo. You know where to come from. It'll come from the man we're in the JFF. At that it'll come from. I know that.
You know what? Mega be fear because we can be fear nothing. You know, I can take that point. I take that point. Zine, but in overall, we may say is many think is a bad thing if King get thing. But me take your point. Finally, me I go run now. But we need to look into Lembikisa and him fading away in a games because I think I don't know him a fade away. And the standard when he come with and set when he just came playing right back, it a drop. Right. And I don't know what it is if him not play enough or what, but him a fade away in the games. And Bill, obviously my recover and stuff. I think him need to get sharper.
Yeah.
And you know, get back.
So what happened to the goalkeeper? You mentioned the goalkeeper.
I'm not even going to mention that one though. Like,
oh, yeah, try to stay on the positive. Okay. Because I was going to ask you, what would you do about the goalkeeper? Would you change him completely and shut his confidence, or you would give him a chance again?
I'm not going to change him because he's saved in the game.
In at the end, but yeah, in at the end. Yeah. Okay.
Because the breakaway,
yeah, man, a good save. Very good save.
I wouldn't drop him.
Okay.
But I definitely see it. But he's decent with this. I don't know if he did nervous or whatever, but he's decent playing out from the back. And but no, man, I'm not drop him or not. But I just think was side big. Was a Barcelona performance. And you know, so I'm not gonna say first half alone because for the whole game it was a Barca performance. Because Barcelona can see the bag of goal to all the time. So I'm not make it look like.
All right, big boss.
So did wrong to say that,
all right, big boss. Yeah, man. Respect. Good call from Demo right there. Let me call back Damien. So this is the last call I'm gonna take, people. Remember, I have to bring my kid to school, so I'm calling Damien. All right. Damien James. Let me try to get him back. Hello, Damien. How are you doing?
JD.
Yes, big boss. Them beat me today. Them beat me today. Them beat me for them beat. Listen to this. The first them beat me, say me over at Jamaica because them thinks Jamaica Barcelona, which I never said that. I lie them a tell for me. You know. Then them beat me. Me I defend Damien Low. So me don't know.
No, but it did sound like it though. Seriously, it sounded like you, Damien Low gave you some money to talk good about. It
sound like me like, oh my God, oh my. So you come here, oh my God, yo. Oh my God, I don't know. So only leave from me 8 local players to people buy me out. Yo, me can't, me give up, I am broken,
No,
man.
I just think it's how you presented King, right?
Yes.
For me, King is the future, right?
Yeah.
Definitely very calm, composed player, has touches for days.
But I had said that. I had agreed on that. So
yeah, but you went and expand on his speed, right?
Okay, so
and
enough.
I'll be the first.
Jesus God.
I'll be the first to come. I'll be the first to come on your program and say, what's this guy named Russell? Yeah, I'll forget the speed foolishness. That boy can play. I mean, that boy is a player, JD. And this is my gripe right now. It's not even for me. How can we not spot talent like that? Right? No, seriously. Like.
So what you mean? How can we? Not
you. But let's talk about
not the chat
federation.
either. Not the chat and not you. Oh, everybody spot talent. No, you've asked all the people and we are talking about football and I'm do the football can't spot talent. That's where you should talk. Everybody in the chat knew that John Russell was good. Every damn person there. Every person in my chat. I'm sure of that.
Okay, so look at how did we miss this? And even what Ravel always been talented. The guy is like he's a walk in the park for him against Trinidad. It was nothing. It was too easy. I mean, it is Trinidad, but still, is something wrong, JD? I don't know what's wrong with our federation, but something is wrong.
Yes, yeah, I understand.
You understand what I mean? For us to have talent like this and we just put them to the side, Ravel, we had to literally scream and beg for him to come for on the team.
Yeah.
Right? And you saw this man talent. Clearly, he has a talent. Clearly, it's still there. But yes, it's only one game. Yes, it's Trinidad. But Trinidad came out and played. Those boys really
my honest
brought
opinion.
it to us.
My honest opinion. I think they're forcing the local mix too much. I think they're not basing it on talent anymore. They're just forcing the narrative more than anything else. It has to be a mixture more than who is good, like what it normally be. So if Damian Lowe is good, Damian will come in. If Taxi is good, Taxi comes in. Blake is good, Blake comes in. I think they're forcing that narrative. Like it almost seems like it's a chopping, like the choppers them in our mobile. It almost seems like that to me because I am not seeing the talent as to how they're pushing the narrative, and that is my whole problem. I am used to good people being good. And they can't be denied.
True, but JD, I'm so excited of what I'm seeing right now. The organization, I already know what to expect. But when I see you have players that's competing for position, this is what I always wanted to see. Right? You can't just show up and you show up, you work hard, and it's up to the coach to give you that look in. Right.
Okay.
And
you think it's going to be that case?
Of course. According to you guys, we have a couple more players coming in.
Yeah, but you still see the bias because even yesterday when I'm saying why we can't make any more change, like what happened with the changes, like and everybody saying JD, but we don't have nobody to put on. JPL man in our chat tell me so we don't have anybody else to put on. So let me put on Ravel. Ravel wasn't there. Ravel is just a forceful pick. You understand me? So
it's true, but the Unity Cup come at a time where it was so abrupt. The coach didn't even want to do this tournament.
Okay,
right?
Okay.
He was more focused on the Gold Cup and World Cup. So I think they just threw some things together, right, and say, okay, this is the best we can come up with based on where all the players. Some players are still obligated to club, right? So I'm not necessarily worried about the selection of the Unity Cup.
Okay, but
I think with it being so abrupt, they did an okay job as to doing the selection, right?
I don't believe so still, because maybe I'm privy to more information, but I don't believe so. I think they told us that they're selling players, and it's a more promotional of their league more than anything else. So this was to help the JPL and whatever future them claim that they have, and they want to eat that cap. That's what it says to me, and that's what they told me directly. The president came out, and that's what the intentions were, and I keep hearing the coach hinting towards that as well. And I do believe that that can come on and be an hindrance towards our qualification. You understand me? Because you can't give coaches opportunity and tell them, say them around it and make it work same way. That doesn't bring success, brother man. Why you can't just be good and then me pick you? Why me have to just make up some stories and then you have to be in the team with everybody else and we have to win in spite of you and not because of you? You understand me? I am kind of tired of that and Jamaica football, big boss. So I can't agree.
But see, the thing is, if you look at the last press conference and the press conference before that, someone like yourself that's highlighting, the BS is very clear, because just by the press conference, the type of questions that these YouTubers and journalists are asking, you can see that we had enough. This is clear as day. This is what we need and this is what we want.
Yeah, man, I saw that in the media for real.
Yeah, so the politics, you can see that you sort of put them in a corner to do the right thing, right? And I think the pressure, we need to continue with the pressure, right? Because there's no way a country like Jamaica that have so many different diaspora players that's playing in top tier league, even if he wasn't born in Jamaica but have direct Jamaican heritage. We should be in the Concacaf right now. We should be the number 2 or number 3.
Yeah, I think so. I think we should be up there, but maybe our intention is not to be up there. Our intention is to be up there with what we want to have to be up there, and that is always my feeling. And people that's coming in, so what is wrong with what I'm saying? No, I think you don't get it. I see everybody as one. So if Liam Bailey is great, Liam Bailey deserves to be there. You understand me? You can't deny talent. That's what I'm saying. But you can't also falsify talent. And that's why we have everybody coming back to Jamaica. Guru. That's why everybody coming back. And only the undeniable talent them actually stay. But we don't respect them because we are disrespect Damian Lowe, but he has a contract for 50 million a year. Flemings, they have a contract for 50 million years. Asava Paul have a contract, Alvas Paul have a contract for 50 million a year. Blake the same, but everybody else we hype up only have 15 seconds, and that's it. You understand me?
And I'm glad you said that, because, as I said, the information now, because before it was like, the mind for the locals, as far as that's in Jamaica and overseas, especially the ones that's England, they're able to look at the football very differently and process it differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think now, for somebody that lives at home in Jamaica, they can see it very clear, the difference between a JPL player, a League One player, Champion League, and a Premier League player, right? And now you're able to see, in order this program can really be successful, we just have to do the right thing, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
And the feelings have to be out of it. This is a business, right? And once you take your feelings away from it and make this a business, now Jamaica Federation will be more attractive, where you can now bring in a Greenwood without even going above and beyond. He'll be willing to come in and walk into the program with you.
Yes.
Right? But first we have to make it attractive. And I think a lot of people are slowly seeing that, where the possibilities of what Jamaica can be, right? And that's what I'm proud of.
And I love you touch that point, because your guru is saying, so what is wrong with that? Every country do it. No, Guru. And every country have the ability as Jamaica to not be good at football and can just pick everybody who are good at football and just be good tomorrow. and every country can do that. So, so what we should purpose? So, Guru, my question is: should we purposely avoid that ability, that luxury? Because that's what you're telling me. No, we need to just do that because every other country do it, and we just avoid what we have. We can't do that, Guru. Come on, man. Very, very good take, man. Very good take, and that's my sad feeling. I love when we see a local guy turn up and be doing good. You hear me? Me talk about Stuart leaving Italy and go on to do good. Me talk about the Flemings. Got pretty much embarrassed and then leave to do good. Damien Lowe, you hear me talk about him doing good. You understand me? Yes. So people should be fair. If they listen to me well, they realize that I just like success rather than propaganda. If they listen to me well, they would have realized that's what I stand for.
And JD, my final point, you're exactly right. And for me, Jamaica has always been in this position since I was a child, from before I was even born, based on the win rush, right? Based on as far as we going over to these different nations and helping to build their country, and we decided to stay and have kids. We're just so blessed to have these players playing in different leagues, right? Mm-hmm. For me now, it's not what we have, but it's how we select what we have, right? We need to take a look at who's selecting the team, who's scouting the team, because we have a plethora of players around the world. Jamaica should be making noise every single year based on what we have. So my key focus is the recruitment of these players and putting them in the category they need to be in, because we can have an A, B, and C team. This is how much players we have out here.
All right. Respect. So people, I'm going to close it right here. I know that I saw a lot of callers, but I can't take it because I have my kid. To bring to school. So I will pick it up later. You guys can call back in. Just give me a little opportunity to take care of my kid. All right. So take care. Please do smash the like button, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.